Hello, Razir. Welcome. And yes, I imagine most people have played Kirby and the Crystal Shards as a rental game. Or at least most of the people who hang out in my circles. But yeah, today, Thursday, we're going to we're finally going to get back to Kirby, because it's been too long since we've actually played Kirby properly. So let's play Kirby properly. By which I mean using the special anniversary collection on the Wii. We played Kirby 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's time for the 6th Kirby game. The first one that I ever played. This was my introduction to Kirby. I could never actually 100% it. So, while I know how to, I never could as a kid. Let's step on in. The good old N64 rotating symbol. Nintendo 64. Hall Laboratory. Inc. A planet of fairies. It's so cute and peaceful. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. I'm sorry. Let you Kirby with me, Yiza? What do you mean? Oh no, this little fairy girl's getting chased by horrible eye orbs. It's dark matter again. How rude! Look at what he's done! Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards. Yeah, Yiza, what do you mean let you Kirby with me? You want in the call? You want to be in the video call? The video game stream call? But yeah, Kirby 64. Kirby 64 is one of my favorite Kirbys. It's so good. I love it. I love all Kirby, really. I'm pawing at my door like a cat. Okay, Yiza, okay. Okay. Okay, you silly. Get in here. Hello.
Hi.
Yiza is here.
I'm just standing out the door.
God damn it. God damn it.
I might walk off.
Okay. Anyway, I love Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards. So let's play this. I do.
Kirby 64.
Kirby 64 is so good. I do know
I
Kirby.
played it with Robin the other day.
Oh yeah, you did. Just the multiplayer, but yes. But yeah, we do know Kirby's copy ability. And here's a fun memory. I remember watching the commercials for Kirby 64 The Crystal Shards, where they show off the copy ability. It was the first time I've ever seen a Kirby ever. And for those of you who don't know, the original commercial for Kirby 64 The Crystal Shards was presented as this like adopt a pet phone-in station with this delightful lady telling you like here's our cat, like, and here's our dog, and here's Kirby, and there's this model Kirby puppet, and she explains some of the things Kirby can do as powers, as if they were like, as if like the cat likes to play with a ball, the dog likes to run around, Kirby likes to shoot missiles at people, and then the Kirby puppet just moves around and starts shooting missiles out of its mouth. It is ridiculous.
That's so weird.
Yeah, remember the super old Kirby commercials where they're like, Kirby's a badass who goes to biker bars and beats up the bikers.
They had to sell it to Americans. Americans were, like, especially then, were way too...
They
didn't let themselves have fun.
Yes, it is ridiculous. But yes, we know Kirby's copy ability. Oh, no, I pressed the wrong button! God damn it! Well, we're in the tutorial zone.
The thing, Raz, is that yeah, Kirby eats a lot, but you don't have to get Kirby any specific food. Kirby will eat anything.
Yeah.
Kirby will find his own food. That is more the problem than paying for to keep him fed.
Yeah, and anyway...
You're not going to keep Kirby in check.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No problem.
Kirby does his own.
Yeah. Speaking of which, this adorable fairy girl called Ribbon has crashed into Kirby and has exactly one extra crystal shard. And now it's ever so slightly bigger. We have to collect all of those. Otherwise, bad things will happen. Probably.
Oh, we have 2.
Yeah. Now, the fun thing about this is that while it won't immediately set in, this is the core Kirby gameplay loop of the future. Where you go through levels and collect, like, shiny trinkets that are important for beating the game. But yeah, level 1, Popstar. I love the crayon art of everything. It's so cute.
Yeah, this game is very charming.
It's super charming. And here we are. Kirby in 3 dimensions. You haven't seen this before, ever.
I have.
True. Kirby can do all the things
that,
Kirby can do. Though in this game, Kirby has a limited amount of time he can puff in the air before he falls down.
Which is a bit odd.
This is the only time they've ever done that.
Yeah, it's not like this game has demanding platforming. I don't really know why they did that.
Yeah. Another thing Kirby can do is that Kirby can hold his enemies. There's a lovely YouTube video that I do not remember the link for, that Qwerty can probably provide at some point, of somebody going through all the enemies in Kirby 64 and seeing what happens when you take them out and put them on top of your head like this.
I am fascinated you say that, because I've watched a bunch of people play this game, and you're the first person who's actually acknowledged that's a feature, or even sort of noticed it's a feature.
That's wild.
Because I did notice when I was playing, because like it's barely useful. But you're the first person I've seen play this casually who's like, oh yeah, another thing you can do with enemies beyond just eat them and spit them up.
Yeah. But yeah, here we have our burning power, and there we have Needle. Now you may notice there's a little like set of notepad paper, note cards in the bottom of the screen there. What happens? What happens if we were to do this? This is the mainstay gimmick of Kirby 64. The power to combine powers. They never do this again.
combining powers sort of existed in which one was it?
In
DS game, I
in
think.
Squeak Squad, and
Yeah, but it wasn't the same thing.
yeah, they never do it to this extensive. They never do it this
Here's the
extensive
thing, though.
again. But it's
This gimmick is honestly not even new for Kirby. This is the Animal Friends.
yeah, it is basically the Animal Friends. Yeah, fire and needle makes a bow, a flaming arrow bow. Needle by itself is, of course, needly. Here's a cert. Oh no! Kibble! How could you do this? Well, here we have Cutter. I strongly dislike Cutter in 64.
That's another thing about this game. It's like Kirby in the Forgotten Land has Kirby being really weirdly malleable and weird stuff happening with Kirby's body, but it is nothing to the Kirby from this game, who might as well be Boo from Dragon Ball.
Yeah, this is uncomfortable. Kirby doesn't like this. I don't like this. But you know what I do like? I do like combining powers. Fire and Cutter creates Broadsword.
Yeah, this is one of the good ones.
This is one of the really good ones. You can kill enemies just by turning around. You can also lift it up and throw it. And then you have to make it again. Kirby has become powerful.
Can you hold it up above your head?
Yeah, like this. Slash, throw.
The fact that it's just a constant hitbox is so good.
Yeah, this is one of the more ridiculous powers. Gonna get rid of it now. Because here's the thing. Let's say you don't want to combine powers. What if you like Cutter a whole bunch for some reason? Because you're a freak. You can make it double strong. If you combine the same power twice, it becomes the power but better. But, that is the thing you can do. Another thing you can do, these little... Oh no, they haven't respawned. I want to show this off before actually getting a power. And then moving forward. Hello, Qwerty!
Qwerty, hi!
Giza is here. She kind of barged in, which is fine. Okay, no, these enemies haven't respawned. That's a shame. I'll show that off later. But yeah. Also, you can just yeet them up into the sky if you want. Sometimes I do it on accident. Yes, Jumbo Cutter. And here is a mini-boss. Mini-bosses always have enemies spawn, so that you can always have stuff to throw at enemies. And yes, the double Cutter makes an incredibly unpleasant giant Kirby face. Let's get rid of that. Ah, what about Spike and Needle and Needle and Cutter together? Danger. Incredibly.
Yeah, I tend to forget what Needle Spike is.
Yeah.
But,
you can dodge it to keep it orbiting, but it's actually quite difficult to do. But yeah, Needle and Cutter makes Antlion Kirby. Gonna get rid of that.
When you've got Cutter Kirby, when you've fired out the sharp path of Kirby, your movement just goes to heck.
Yeah.
So...
Also, if you were to take out one of the Bronto Berts, one of the Jeffs, as I call them, that's an old thing. They fly you around for a bit. How polite.
And that's extremely useful, considering that Kirby can't normally spend a lot of time in the air.
True. Here we have Bomb. Oh no, I don't want to kill that guy. Here is the main puzzle of Kirby 64, the second attack. No, that's a different game. You will find blocks that are the color of powers, and you have to blow them up. And they usually will have a crystal shard in it. Yeah, more enemies do something when carried than you might think. Like, for instance, these guys, they start firing. You have artillery. You can't aim it, so it's marginally useful, but it's there.
It's a cool gimmick that barely has utility.
Yeah. I
It's a
hit the
shame.
wrong button. Yeah, I want bonfire. Happy fireworks.
Bomb and fire is my favorite ability combo in this game.
Yeah,
it's just so strong.
It is quite good.
It's not just that it's like everything does the same damage. So
Basically, yeah. But it's the versatility
doesn't
of the
really-
power.
the only thing that does more damage, which is only really relevant against bosses, is if you can combine two things together into
Yeah.
one sort of crystal and shoot that
Oh no!
at your mouth.
Bandana Waddle Dee got possessed by a darkness orb. And now he's a Waddle Doo. Oh no! Look at him. He's adorable.
The implication that this is what Waddle Doos are is weird.
I think it is more that the dark matter turned a regular Waddle Dee into a abnormal Waddle Doo, where normally they can do this normally.
I agree. I think that's the thing, but it does kind of read like this really peculiar
Yep. And
revelation that Waddle Doo was actually just dark matter infested Waddle Dee.
yeah. And since this was my first Kirby game, that's something I kind of had to think. But anyway. Yeah, he's also not doing any of the beam attacks, which is a shame. If they remade this game, he would absolutely have beam attacks, I think. But yeah, we have fireworks, so we're mostly fine. Kablam. He got destroyed.
The other thing about the fireworks is that like damage isn't a factor, but this thing has like
Mondo
some
Ray.
ridiculous hitboxes,
Yeah.
and you're pretty mobile while you're using it.
And so Waddle Dee has become our friend. And in a couple of years, he'll get a bandana and a spear.
A couple years.
Couple years. Aha! Card.
2 console generations.
I like that when you complete the level, it gets colored in more.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah.
This game's very cute.
This game is incredibly cute. And here we are in a lovely autumnal forest. These moles do nothing. Bomb and cutter. Those of you who don't know, what do you think this will be? Which I don't think that's anyone. I think everyone knows what this is.
I have a feeling that I might know.
Yeah. Shuriken. This is...
Oh, that's what I was gonna guess.
This is probably one of Kirby's strongest powers in the game. We're getting rid of that.
I don't know about that, but it's definitely really cool.
Yeah.
The fact that it's pretty much just instant, it's practically a hit scan weapon.
Yeah. And here we have the umbrella enemy. There's no umbrella power in the game, but if you hold it, it lets you float down. It's adorable. What does Stone and Bomb do?
Oh, yeah, I know that one.
Dynamite. So this is a screen-wide ability that will hurt you if you're not hiding under the hard hat. So do be careful if you decide to engage with dynamite. We will not be engaging with dynamite. Also,
Also, Fuse just is so long.
Yeah. Also, Qwerty, Rock does not have a special carry thing. However, if you throw it, it throws in 3 like that. I missed. Oh, actually, no. I want Rock and Cutter. Because, you mentioned how the power combos are basically animal friends. What if they actually were the animal friends?
I know.
I love this. This was incredible to me.
Yeah, this was always one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It's really annoying to use, but when you get one of the good animal friends, is like, I forget his name. Pitch is like the best one.
Pitch is the best. Kine is Kine. Sorry, buddy. Kine is always going to be Kine.
Kine is a brick.
Yeah. Pitch is the best because he is the fastest, which is important when you are made of stone, because stone is very slow in this.
And he can fly.
Yeah.
Like, Ku is not quite as good, but, like, he can fly still.
Nago is very friendly, but
not
has
very
the
good.
Has the double jump, though. Has the triple jump, rather. Kine does not swim in water. He is a stone in this. Ku, of course, flies but slower. Come on, where is our buddy? Where is Hamster? There he is. Rick. Rick is the worst of the usable ones because he has Rick's ability to climb walls. You might imagine that's not useful in this.
But you'd be wrong.
There is a part where we might be happy to have that. Also, stone gets destroyed, like get out of stone mode when you hit a Gordon. And of course, Spark and Boulder is hilarious. You create the Turbo Yo-Yo.
Just this ridiculous wrecking ball. Why is it this? I don't know, but it is, and that's cool.
This is like a precursor to Psychic, is how it feels. And we're not going to use that, it's too good. Now, an interesting thing that Spark does, when you're not moving, it's big, but when you move, it does shrink. You're capable of moving, but if you want the best area of effect, you want to stay not moving. And of course, there's Mr. Frosty. It is time for the most important power in the game.
Yeah, this one's another S tier.
Fridge Kirby. Just generate some food for you.
Good.
It does actually heal you as well, is the thing. So like,
and its attack is really bad, but it does do damage, so it's not even like you can only use this for healing.
Yeah.
This is the most Kirby in the Forgotten Land power.
Absolutely. Kirby would keep this power if he could, yes. And I'm not going to keep this, actually. I want something else. Lightning Bomb. We become a light bulb. And it generates electricity and eventually will explode.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of these ability combos are just not very good.
Yeah. And here is how Waddle Dee helps, because all of our friends helped in the stages. Waddle Dee helps by engaging moving platforms and other movement abilities. Also, these little stars...
He's just a good buddy. He's very reliable.
Yeah. These little stars get us a 1-up if we get a bunch of them. Oh, no! I forgot. You cannot go through that platform. That's very dangerous. Huzzah. Is there anything up here? No. Now, does... Okay, the explosion does hurt enemies. Forgot if it did or not.
Oh yeah, you're spraying glass at them.
True. But the sparks coming off of the light bulb also hurt. And that is the bouncing Mildred has been defeated. I think that's their name. It's been forever.
I am the clue.
Look, it's everybody's favorite friend, Adeline. The one
I love
human
this
being.
fight.
I mean, it might not be a fight, except, well, there you go. Ta-da! This is the lady, actually. And no, Adeline just shows up in the Kirby game before this one, I think. Dreamland 3. And is basically is the exact same boss fight as this. And this time, using, well, not this time, but using enemies from Kirby Dreamland 3, and also a cockroach. That is the joke here. This is a cockroach. I think it's very clearly the same person, Qwerty. And here's Ice Dragon, which is a boss from Kirby Dreamland 3. It's not very dangerous. Oh, she's so angry. And there's Dark Matter, everybody's favorite friend? Destroyed. And then, time for Adeline to fight. Oh. Yeah, Bulb is not the easiest to hit with. Meanwhile, Adeline has, like, super active frames. She's attacking at all times. Very dangerous. Ouch. I love that. Oh, the damage from Bulb. Bulb is able to hit multiple times pretty easily because of how it works. So yeah, it's pretty strong. But yeah, these bosses are not as strong as normal bosses as well, so they're kind of easy to destroy. Also, hello, Robin! It is,
Robin!
Okay, it is ambiguous, Robin, but also I do feel like it is... like, they're the same person. There's no reason for them not to be the same person.
Considering all the special art that has been made of, like, Kirby by, you know...
No, I missed
Nintendo.
it! Kirby sad.
They've done some real deep cuts with, like, the special Kirby arts they've done before, and,
yeah.
It would make sense if we saw Adeline and Ado together, but they've never done that, so
yeah.
It just seems...
And Kirby Star Allies, which is where a lot of the special art comes from, has a compilation of every villain in the series, and they include the antagonist of Star Stackers. So...
You made that one.
I did not make that up. That's actually true. But yeah, at the end of that picnic there, you can get a bunch of stars or healing items or the special cards that show enemy data, which is to say it shows their name and if they give a power. And I like getting them because I like collecting things that don't matter.
Where did you read that, Robin? Where did you get the idea that wikis are always correct? Did you read it on a wiki?
Hey, missile enemy. Ow. Bomb is not active until bomb is thrown. And speaking of bomb, do-do-do-do. The power of missiles. Well, the homing missiles.
I believe Robin when she says she made a thing up.
Agreed. The homing missiles from the commercial that made such a strong impression. It's
very funny.
They are very good power. In fact, they are so good that I'm getting rid of them. Yeah, we're going into the castle. Castle that might look familiar, maybe. Needle.
Yeah, I've played this game before.
True. There is the cutter. We already see what happens with a needle and cutter. Ow. Oh, god dang it. I wanted that though. Oh well. Remember, this is a Kirby game. Always go left first, because there's always going to be a secret.
That is too often true, and it bugs me in this game because Kirby is real sluggish.
This is the slowest Kirby has ever been. You are correct on that. Kirby could maybe hustle a little bit. He's getting used to having polygons instead of sprites, instead of pixels. Ow. And there's also a lot of mirroring in Kirby, so like, sandwich on this end, maximum tomato on the other. Aha, green block. That needs more cutter to be cut. Oh no.
Oh dear.
First you model a sphere. Famous how to draw Kirby instruction. And here's how Adeline helps us. She paints objects for us, like Eddie from Mega Man. Now, cutter plus needle will not suffice to get that crystal shard. Thankfully, however, there is a deadly buzzsaw up here. And deadly buzzsaws are made of cutter.
I really did think that you could get the solid block color ones with any ability combo that had that.
You can, but the bear trap Kirby does not attack downwards. Is the thing.
Well, yeah, I know that one doesn't. I just mean that like.
I'm pretty sure you are correct that if it's just a single color, any combination that has that power in it will work. But otherwise, no.
I think it might be possible to get that one with single cutter if you jump in the air, throw it, and then dodge it on the way back down.
Ah, that could work.
But that's real awkward.
Yeah.
The thing about the abilities in this game is that it's very easy to build a tier list of them because a lot of them have bad frame data.
This is true. Okay.
Like even many of the ones with like really good big hitboxes or like crazy attacks like the homing missiles have an issue where if you're not directly facing a thing, or if something is firing off an attack, Kirby's basically stuck in place for a bit.
True.
So it's very easy to take damage in this game.
Yeah, and you only have, like, 6 blips of health. You gotta be careful. And of course, on top of the castle is everybody's favorite friend, King Dedede.
We love DDD.
Yeah, he clearly can tell, like, this is bad news. No. But, uh-oh. The final dark matter orb is here, and it's time to fight King Dedede. Again.
I love DDD just keeping the crystal shard away from Kirby just to be mean.
Same. Also, hello, Guillermoj. I hope you enjoy Kirby 64. This is basically kind of what DDD did in Kirby Dream Land 3. And now I've shot him full of arrows. Except now it's time for the second phase of that fight from Kirby's Dream Land 3. Kirby really likes it when it does the thing that it already did again, but, like, as a callback.
Yeah.
Oh, destroyed. King DDD fall down. And so we all go off on our adventure. And King DDD doesn't want to be friends because he's a rude.
Okay, you've got a pretty good crew.
But actually, no, he wants to help. Because, incredibly, this is the first time King DDD ever actually, like, helps. Other than the fact that technically he was a good guy in the first Kirby. Didn't want that one up.
I thought I remembered him being, like, an assist in a final boss fight at some point.
I mean, in the original Kirby, or Nightmare in Dreamland if you prefer, he does shoot Kirby into space, so he has enough momentum to go fight the Nightmare Wizard.
That's what friends do.
Yeah. Speaking of friends,
so,
it's time for... Sorry, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was just saying, so far each level we've picked up a friend. Like, we started with our Crystal Fairy friend, then we got Waddle Dee, Addo, King DDD. Time to round up our crew with his final member.
Oh right, Nightmare in Dreamland is a remake of the second one. I did forget that. No, it is the second Kirby game where he throws Kirby into space. And it is the second Kirby game where he's a good guy. That is my mistake. I always forget them because Kirby's Adventure is very not a Kirby game in vibes. I mean, not in vibes, but in mechanically.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That one got a remake too.
Yeah. We got a bunch of friends, and now it's time to fight a boss, which is everybody's favorite friend, Wispy Woods. And just to show, for those of you who are curious, no, we don't have... pausing doesn't tell you things in this game.
Oh.
Yeah, it's time to...
You needed lore on Wispy.
Or on the powers.
You don't need lore on the powers. The powers have, like, one thing they do.
True. But yeah, first things first, we have to bend reality to shoot these arrows all the way, curve these arrows to hit Wispy's, like, nephews or whatever. And then dangerous needle attack with his roots. Wispy Woods is not a dangerous boss. Wispy Woods is teaching you how 3D physics work, the boss.
3D in,
2.5D.
big air quotes way.
2.5D is what I've heard people call it.
It's like when physicists try to explain to you how you're trying to sort of say, okay, so space it bends round. Imagine a sheet, but it's like bending round. This is what this is. It's a two-dimensional plane that's bending round. Yeah. Kirby is capable of warp travel. But yes, we get our big crystal shard. And yes, that is true, Qwerty. I do like the fun little descriptions that we get in future Kirby games, and also past Kirby games. But yes, behold the power of 3 dimensions. The crystal shards let us move to the next destination. The next planet in the solar system? The universe. Let's call it the universe. Galaxy, I don't know.
Yeah, it's time for Rockstar. Ah, yes, I do remember that, Qwerty. The laser acronym is fun. Now, I practiced the first stage before we started streaming. I make no promises about getting everything on the first run. What is Needle and Fire? I legitimately don't... Wait, no, that's... Goddamn!
Oh my gosh,
It's the bow.
Zodi.
It's the bow. I remember now, it's the bow. It's time for everybody's favorite friend. Double Needle. Double Needle. Double Needle is incredible.
This is so silly.
It's too powerful, though. Honestly, Needle by itself is pretty strong. That was on purpose.
This ability has a bit of a downside in that it kind of locks you into the attack.
Yeah.
And this is just part of why I think that Bomb Fire is just such a nonsense good combo, because you get the same hitbox size, but you're not stuck into it, you're way more mobile.
Yeah. You can, like...
And it is just...
You have, like, some amount of air movement with this. But
yeah.
Otherwise, yeah.
I think Rock Needle is stupid good. Look at that.
It is quite good.
Its projectile spam is so much, and it carries you forward, and you can use this melee.
And it's a drill, and everybody loves drills.
Yeah.
I'm just going to bypass that stompy guy. Alright, there's a crystal shard up here. I genuinely wasn't sure if it was or not.
Alas, Razir, Kirby cannot Tenga Toppo Gurren Lagann, because Kirby cannot aim upwards.
However, keep that in mind for the future. I do like these eye cubes. I do agree, Qwerty. Also, stone. You can walk. Also, that little... Oh, I did not mean to throw that. The little poof of stone. That damages enemies. Also, you can roll a bit with this.
Why did you throw away stone to grab stone?
To show big stone. And I did forget...
You threw it away, though.
I didn't mean to do that. Yes,
Why
big
did you
stone.
do that on purpose, Zodi?
I did not! I did not do it on purpose, Visa. Now it's time to fight Cactus Man! These mini-bosses are not real. Not really.
They are just a cheap, easy way to do a little enemy gauntlet.
Yeah. Okay, it's time for an auto-scroller, which is not a thing Kirby basically ever has, I think. It feels rare for Kirby to have auto-scrollers.
Yeah. It's a cute little segment, though.
Yeah. Very easy to die, if you're not careful.
And it's moments like this where having an ability that kind of it comes out slowly or sticks you into an animation
Like, say,
is
stone.
a bit of a liability.
Yeah.
Needle's pretty fast, though, so it's fine.
Yeah. Here we are at the very end. We're going to die. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye!
Right, you actually have to activate it. Waddle Dee saves the day! Thank you, Waddle Dee. And then it does fill up, though.
The sand is patient.
Strange stripes. Oh, and there's Scarfy, everybody's favorite friend. If you look away from them, they do the boo thing. That is not Needle Stone, Qwerty, but good guess.
That's the thing.
Needlestone.
Needlestone. That's the thing about the color coding abilities in this game. Some of them are really hard to differentiate. You have red, orange, brown, yellow. Kind of mix together a little bit there.
Yeah. Ooh, bam. Ooh, Robin wants to be in call as well. Okay.
I know Robin. She's my friend.
Yes.
I love her.
Yes, let me find the chat room that we have that is that. And move over to that.
Kirby.
Corby, hello.
Hello. I like Kirby
Yeah.
a lot.
As you should.
Kirby,
Kirby
64,
is cool.
especially.
Yeah. I will set up a side stream so that you can watch the Kirby.
I'm here to ask if you've done the obscure, useless Kirby 64 mechanic, since I didn't see the start.
I did show lifting enemies above your head and using them as objects that do things.
Okay, you did do the thing I was going to ask about.
It's super
specifically.
cool, and that not only is it super cool,
Also, it's not wrong powering.
Yeah, no, I was just showing that off. Orange, that is stone, but it is not needle.
That's brown yellow.
Yes, just showing it off. Also, I like needle electricity. It's a very good ability. But yeah, not only is lifting enemies above your head a very cool thing you can do, there is a video that Qwerty, I know you know, that has somebody going over all of the enemies in-game that you can lift over your head and what they do.
Huh.
So if you could link that into chat, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, Robin, I was
Just be cautious of
quite
spoilers,
pleasantly
obviously.
surprised that Zodi decided to show that off, because I've pretty much never ever seen someone actually address that in a playthrough.
I think I did in my ancient videos of this game, probably.
Hard. Now, you may notice, we don't have all of the crystal shards here. This is fine.
Is it?
Yes, I was not intending on getting all of them on my first go through of the level.
That's how you get the good ending.
Yeah, but you have to get the bad ending to get everything.
I guess.
But yeah, the solution to that
But
one
you're gonna
is...
be like, I forgot which level I didn't get a shard in.
I mean, I can
later.
easily look through them. that takes like maybe a minute. It's fine.
That's not optimal.
Why do you
You have
think
to
it
optimize
is
your
that?
Kirby 64.
I'm gonna optimize my Kirby 64 so much. In
Why
fact,
do you think it is that the first level of every world is set in Japan?
what?
Huh?
Also, here is the double electricity. It creates an aura of get wrecked.
I think the electric needle one that you showed off a moment ago is pretty fun. Just, I don't particularly like using it,
Yeah.
but it is cute how it references that one electric enemy. Because Kirby does the same shape.
Basically, yeah. Speaking of which,
It reminds my first Kirby game, at least
On
the first one
purpose.
I owned, is actually Canvas Curse,
that's an
and
interesting way
Spark
to start.
works a lot like the needle electric in that.
Yeah, that is an interesting way to start the Kirby series.
Okay, you said earlier that the first time you encountered Kirby was seeing the ad for this, which was weird as heck.
Yeah.
My first time encountering Kirby was Smash Bros. 64.
That makes a degree of sense because it's a mascot fighter. It has the express intention of showing you things that you might not know of.
I mean, it has the express intention of showing you things you already do know and making you go, wow, it's a thing I know.
I mean, that also
But-
is part of it.
But yeah, that was the first time I encountered Samus, Ness, Captain Falcon.
Likewise on Ness and Douglas there. That's Captain
Good old
Falcon's real
Douglas.
name.
Actually,
Douglas J.
Yeah.
Kaufman.
actually, I looked this up recently, and it appears that
I'll write the drill.
Falcon's real name differs depending on what source you're looking at. I think in the anime, it's Douglas, but in the GBA games, it's something completely different.
Yeah. A Mumby, they look less like they're covered in bandages in this, because they're a sphere instead of a bundle of bandages.
I think the first Kirby game that I played was either Superstar or Dreamland 2.
Okay.
The first Kirby game I played was Superstar, which I played at a cousin's house one Christmas. Well, not Christmas, but like a Christmas meetup a few days after. And I remember going to school a bit later and just sort of telling a friend about how I played a Kirby game on the Super Nintendo, and they told me quite authoritatively there is no such thing as a Super Nintendo. I was like, the heck did I see then?
My goodness. Also, Qwerty, it should be in our personal chat. It is something from, I think, maybe a year ago. Oh god, time exists.
You can use the search feature. In fact, I'll do it for you. 1 moment.
Well, no, not
Also,
in
this
our,
is
not in our, no, like in my and Qwerty's personal thing.
Zodi, I have your passwords. It's fine.
You don't have my passwords. What are you talking about, Yuza?
This is only slightly relevant, but I feel like it would be funny to mention that I had a dream about N64 games today.
Fascinating. Do tell.
A
little ghost.
I had a dream about
cannot attack.
Like over-the-top horror-themed ROM hacks of the N64 Zelda games, where Link is like banished to hell. I thought it was very funny within the dream.
I mean, that is pretty funny in
had
the dream.
dreams.
Uh-oh, ouch.
So Link was like eternally getting juggled by a bunch of a writhing mass of screaming hands in a funny way.
That's normal Kirby. That's normal Zelda, honestly.
I mean, the dead hand is a thing from
yeah, it was kind of like
Time,
that.
And you have those weird floor masters and wall masters.
Yeah.
One of the ROM hacks was called Helpless, because there was a text box that said Link's situation was helpless, when it meant hopeless. But it said helpless. Yeah, it was a little bit early Toby Fox ROM hack vibe.
Kinda. But yeah.
But also there was one final detail, is that I learned that the screaming hands screamed louder and rushed at you if they heard any noise. So I made as much noise as rapidly as possible to like reset their script over and over, so they just went like
That's good. Whoa! Don't want to get scratched.
As for me, I had horror-related dreams too, except they were bad.
Oh no.
No.
Uh-oh.
I was stuck in like a piece of horror media or something about how, it doesn't matter. I love the big crushy things. They take you completely by surprise. I'm pretty sure that I got killed by them some number of times in the past.
It's a rather slow sort of completely by surprise, but this entire game is a little bit slow-paced.
If you have the misfortune of using Cutter right when you hit one, it's like, oh no, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Kirby is extremely sluggish in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
I think
first.
Cutter, like regular Cutter and double Cutter, are some of my least favorite powers in this game specifically.
Strong agreement. I'm only using it because it is the power that I currently have.
There are worse powers, but they're like funny because of how useless they are.
Yeah. So another thing is that you are slower underwater in this game. And unlike other Kirby games, you can do the Kirby grab underwater.
Oh yeah.
Which is rare.
I don't know if you've heard anything about this, but there's recently been this Zelda game that's come out.
Yeah, it came out today. I don't know anything about it, and I can't wait to play it.
I've been playing it.
Nice.
And I gotta say,
I'm going to play it.
I think that Zelda might be part Sora.
Huh. I don't know what that's about. I don't want to know too much information about this, but I'll take your word for it.
The little the dinosaur fire guys. They're a classic enemy of Kirby.
Yeah. I've noticed that you've referred to, like, at least 10 different things as everybody's favorite friend by this point, by the way.
I have done that. That is true.
You have to put Dino going over your head.
It is time for young Zodi's favorite segments. DDD!
He's here to help.
There is no hammer power in this game. Instead, there is only DDD mode.
I do love how DDD works in this game.
DDD mode is the best.
Presumably the first time he was ever playable.
He absolutely was. This is absolutely the first time.
I seem to remember some sort of information somewhere that they had planned to make the rest of the characters playable, but didn't, but had to like cut that.
Yeah,
but I'm not sure where I heard that from.
Probably some magazine a million years ago, because like
probably
this game is.
The thing is
old.
that they eventually did, which is really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Ribbon.
Yeah, and Adeline together.
As you can see in the stream background art, I think.
Yep.
I think you got that from Star Allies stuff.
I did. But yeah, I love this. I would like more than anything if there was a remake of this game to just have it be the new designs for them, where DDD is kind of like bulky and has like a big coat, and Kirby just snuffles up into like the hood of
oh, that would be
DDD's
really good.
coat. I want Kirby to be very comfy while DDD saves the day with his giant death hammer.
I think it's very nice that this is the first game that you get to play as DDD, but it would be quite some years yet before Kirby and DDD were allowed to kiss in the game.
Fair enough. Now here's a question for you. A super controversial one. I think I've mentioned this before, but it's worth asking again. Is DDD a penguin or an eagle?
Penguin.
Penguin.
Yeah, obviously a penguin.
I've never heard the other
I have
before.
heard people call him an eagle. It's very weird. Now here's the other question. DDD's personal symbol, is it a bunny or is it a peace sign, victory sign finger thing?
It has to be a victory sign thing, but I can't look at it and not see bunny.
Yeah.
I agree.
I didn't want the green star. I wanted information on enemies.
But how are you going to complete the post-game of Super Mario Galaxy without that?
Oh, God. If I do ever play Super Mario Galaxy, that's not happening, by the way.
Here's the thing, though.
I honestly think the green stars are neat.
I mean, the bad ones aren't happening. The good ones,
Also,
maybe.
I guess that's great. Is that only Galaxy 2, actually?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Galaxy 1 has green stars. There's 3 of them, and they unlock a special...
Right.
Oh, right, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you're thinking of Galaxy 2, but I keep trying to say, and every time I get talked over. It's almost as though you have things to say.
You can talk. You can talk. Don't worry.
I know.
I need
Just
rock.
being silly.
So, have we discussed what our favorite power combinations are yet, or are we waiting until whatever they are shows up?
I think we
I
should...
said mine.
Also, here is Double Fire. Double Fire is incredible. And I don't really know what my favorite is. I have an idea of what my favorite could be, but like it feels like a joke if I say this is my favorite because of why it is my favorite. Also, there's no stone enemies here, so looks like I can't get this for the time being anyway.
The speedruns of this game used to use Double Fire a lot because it just... Yeah, it zooms across the screen, has a big hitbox. But I think the more recent changes to the runs. I've actually used single fire because, like, if you time it right, it actually moves slightly faster.
Okay, that does make sense.
I'm pretty sure I know what my favorite combination is, but I don't think I've seen. I don't think you've had it yet.
Okay.
So.
Which,
whoa, fish.
you may as well say what powers combine into it, because we've seen all those, I think.
Bomb cutter.
We have seen.
Oh, we've seen that.
We have seen bomb cutter.
Oh, okay.
I just did not use it because it's too powerful. Oh no, the enemy did not drop a thing. I went into.
It sounds like
wrong...
you don't know how to have fun in Kirby 64, Ian.
No, I'm mostly just joking around. Why did I pick up cutter?
Okay, these.
Oh wait, no, I did go to the right one. Yay.
These arrowfish are another example of an enemy that you can hold over your head and it does a thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
They shoot their projectile forward. It's quite useful.
I'm gonna say though, that mini boss room is rude. It makes you think that like you're not. It really makes you question like where the heck the crystal shard is supposed to be.
Yeah.
You earned that. Where is it? You can't move on until you found it.
It's not like a very good power, but it's a fun power.
It is time for the quintuple turbo axle. Look at Kirby go. Kirby is going to win all of the Olympics.
Kirby is prepared to like.
Really cool, but I find it really awkward to use.
Kirby's prepared to walk away in disgust from so many Xbox 360s. That wasn't that funny, I don't think.
I know! I absolutely know that was not a funny joke. But
that's what I thought
also though, my god.
This power is a point of reference that I've used for describing one of my random fake Mega Man Robot Master ideas in the past.
Incredible.
I designed a skate man who would give you a power that was essentially this.
We are underwater now, which means I cannot... Oh wait, I can jump. I can, in fact, if I want, do the super jump and fall down. I do not want to do this, though.
Have you had Rock Cutter yet?
I have. I did show off all of the forms that you get from it as well.
Okay. I do think you need that in a level around here somewhere.
Yeah, we know. We've discussed that as well. At some point, necessary.
I believe that's actually one of the, like, in the final dungeon, the final area.
It's...
No, I think it's in this world.
I think it's...
Maybe.
A world or two away.
Maybe. I don't quite remember. Oh no, that's a pit!
I feel like it could be this level.
Maybe.
It could be, but...
We will see. Yeah, this is a wonderful place to showcase the fishbone shooting its cutter face at things. Theoretically.
Those are basically the aquatic version of those stone enemies.
Basically, yeah. Except when you throw it, it goes, I believe, faster than average. So we gotta be...
Everything has, like, there's so many little details to this which are completely pointless because they're not worth using.
Yeah.
Or extremely niche. I think that's part of why we haven't had an ability combo game quite like this one since, because these days abilities are much more complicated, so you can't just like have 70 ability combos with like their own full movesets or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead you have like what Star Allies did, and just they have extra hitboxes and stuff.
You did it.
And now it is time. This shows up. This area we're going to shows up
to the witch
in Dreamland 3. Also, yes, Clean, the witch friend, everybody's favorite friend. I don't remember her name.
Kiki.
She's
dates.
doing her deliveries.
Yep. Very slowly. Everything in this game is slow, even the mail.
Yeah. Ow, stupid board. And this sand enemy, just poofs if you pick it up.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to ask about that earlier, but I didn't have an opportunity to speak,
Fair.
and then I forgot.
Okay, Forgotten Land did have simple abilities again, but also Forgotten Land was let's actually do for real 3D. So I can understand why they didn't have special stuff in, like, combo stuff in that game. Maybe the next Forgotten Land will.
Like, even then, Forgotten Land had a whole upgrade system and
Yeah.
stuff.
So
I like this song because it starts off sounding like it's gonna be super mysterious, and then it becomes clown music.
Same.
Also,
yeah,
Kiki is technically spelled with E's instead of I's in the case of that witch.
Ah.
But yeah, I think one of the issues that this game and also the Animal series game, Animal Friend series,
Dreamland
games
2 and
have
3.
is that, like, so many of the abilities, because they only have one move,
Ow.
if that move is bad, then you're just never going to use them.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
unfortunate.
I mean, there are bad abilities in, like, Return to Dreamland and such, but
There are.
it's relative to the other abilities.
Ah.
It's like, oh, this ability only has, like, 2 moves that are decent, worth using, or, like, Stone is rather limited because although it gives you so much invulnerability, you basically have either fall on something or do the uppercut.
Let's go gambling. Sun, moon, star. No.
Ah, my favorite Pokemon games.
Yeah, we need Lightning Bomb for this. Otherwise, yeah.
How many abilities does the Kirby game usually have? I want to say it's like somewhere between 10 and 20 most of the time.
That would make sense.
It matters. It differs a lot based on, like, for example, the Return to Dreamland series, kind of all built on top of each other. So I imagine it's much easier to port over previously made abilities, so you can get large numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have, like, there are so many ability combos with the animals in those games, especially when they have like 7 animals in them. But those are all just like a single move each, and Kirby doesn't have a hat in them because that'll be way too many sprites to do. And
What's everyone's favorite or least favorite Kirby ability that only shows up very rarely?
How did that happen?
You got destroyed by cubes.
True, I did get
I
cubed.
think if you hold an umbrella over your head, you can like float down
You can.
slowly.
Oh, right. Also, if you hold these lightning-shaped guys, they do a triple shot.
Ah, neat. But yeah, what's everyone's favorite and or least favorite rare Kirby ability?
I honestly don't think I've enough Kirby experience to be able to identify one.
That's fair. Like, I can think of some that are very uncommon.
Why did I not get my power from that?
I don't know if I could tell you which one's my favorite, so it's kind of funny that I posed that question in the first place. But, like,
It is a good question, though.
Leaf isn't that common. Spider, Poison, those are like one game.
Okay, I would argue Poison is 2 games because it is just water, except evil aligned, because it's
You do kind of have a point there.
because you get it in the game where Kirby is attacked by Phyrexians.
What?
The
Robobot.
Robobot. Is Poison not in Robobot?
I I guess it is, but I didn't think of that as Phyrexians until now.
They are.
I guess it kind of is.
They are
Did you not
roboticizing
see what they
everything.
did to Wispy?
I guess that is what Phyrexia do.
Yay, sandwich. I was not aiming for that, but fine.
But Kirby Phyrexia is less gross than regular Phyrexia.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Man, we've lost. We did not get. We missed one on 3 stages here. Ridiculous.
Oh, hey, it's everyone's favorite friend.
Yeah. Well, no. No one's friends with this guy. No one's
Hey,
friends
I like-
with the Shape Museum.
Hey.
I like them, but I don't know if they count as a friend? Maybe.
Everyone loves primary colors polygons.
I mean, I do like primary colored polygons. That is true.
I believe this boss is named
guy
Pix.
get-
Yeah, this is Pix. Because
Didn't Pix get like a shout out or something in Forgotten Land or something?
it does.
I think so, yeah.
It's in...
I'm pretty sure I remember seeing something and being like, "Oh my god, that's Pix! Is that Pix?"
I think it's Star Allies.
I don't remember it being in Star Allies though.
So
There was definitely something in a relatively recent Kirby game that was like this. It would make
Yeah.
sense if this was in Robobot, but I don't know if it was.
Yeah. So I have a very bad
Robobot
power for
has-
this.
I'll say that Robobot has my favorite gimmick, power gimmick in all of Kirby games.
Mhm.
Kirby Get Mech
I
Suit
see.
is ingenious.
I mean, it's basically the Friends again, and it's not as cute as the Friends, but the fact that each mech suit has such a distinct design, and they have fairly substantial movesets, and it just it feels like the Friends done better, but also the super abilities, whatever they're called, from Return to Dreamland, done better.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember when I first saw footage of it, I was like, oh, they're doing this again 3 games in a row? Because they did have the big abilities in Return to Dreamland, then,
Then the super
what's the next one?
Hyper,
Triple Deluxe?
hyper mode.
super vacuum.
hyper
Yeah.
something.
Hypernova.
Kirby
Hypernova. Yeah.
Kirby commits crimes is what that is. We'll get to that.
Kirby
But
does
yeah, but
crimes like all the time, though.
True.
Both of those games
I'm out
are
of
super.
ammo to shoot at the shapes.
Both of those games are extremely formulaic in how they use their big ability gimmicks. Because you always find them like towards the end of the stage, and then you
There. Fixes.
generally do some very scripted stuff where it's hard to find yourself wondering what do I do when having to work out a puzzle, because it's always just press the button pretty much.
Yeah. Also, I do
But-
agree, Razir, Nintendo 64 was a very weird era. It was... I think having enemy that is just shapes is fine, though, as, like, a way to transition from 2D to 3D. Meanwhile, the desert is terrible. No one likes being here. There is too much sand. Thankfully, Adeline is a druid and is capable of casting that spell that makes food for everybody.
That makes berries.
Yeah, that too.
Unless there's a later one.
There
there
is
is a later
there is
one.
create food and water.
Yeah, okay.
But yes, our next area, Aquastar. Anyway, I'm sorry for interrupting that conversation. What was all that?
Well, what I was saying,
Something
was talking
about...
about Robobot.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think the robot's like the best version of that ability that
Yeah.
they've done. It was the least formulaically put together. I think it's a lot cooler than the big abilities and less repetitive than either that or Hypernova.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Triple
just, it was really
Deluxe
good.
has the worst gimmick of that set of games because it's the only thing and they only do like one thing with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
Though it
things.
is funny to use it on the final boss to like shoot lasers or whatever.
Yeah, we will get to there. Meanwhile, Here's a combo we haven't seen. Rock and fire. Volcano!
Volcano!
The funny thing is that Rock and Fire
is
is
a reference,
basically the same effect, just slightly better than what you get if you hold the enemy above your head.
Yeah. Not actually a big fan of this.
But you can get Fire Cutter.
I can get Fire Cutter. I did...
Which you probably also... No, you can't get it because you've been denied.
I mean,
You've probably
that
already
ability's-
seen that.
I have,
That ability
but...
is basically... I mean, it's pretty good. It's kind of like a shorter range but faster firing version of the bow. But the thing is that it means you have to get up close enough to enemies that it's not really worth using
Yeah.
relative to many other things. It's another one that's slow.
We need a rock and electricity. Heck. There was no electricity
also-
on this stage.
If you haven't done it, you can hold the sword above your head and throw it.
Oh wait, no, I don't need rock and electricity. I can just pass through the platforms. And yes, I have shown that.
This one is really deceptive because it looks so much like it's a puzzle.
You
of,
know-
like, you have to bring these abilities.
Somehow I never mistook this for puzzle. But I can see very clearly how you would. I just
Yeah.
never... My brain never did that.
Kirby looks so happy to have a sword.
Kirby holding the sword up and, like, side shuffling is very funny.
It's so good.
You know, throw the sword upwards. That's what Robin said.
Yeah. Oh, you can't, like, throw
No,
it up.
I said hold it up and then throw it.
Yeah, we've done that. Whoosh. Oh, the little...
Fire Cutter is a pretty alright ability, even though it's a bit sluggish.
Yeah.
The thing that makes it good is the fact that it's got an active hitbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's
And it has
slower
two
to
moves.
swing at something than it is to just turn around.
That too. It's got like 2 moves, plus the active hitbox. It's more versatile than the majority of abilities.
Is this the only time they... Oh! Is this the only time that these weird bubble cannons show up in like, not Dreamland 3?
I feel like there are other things, but I
They
don't know.
might be.
I guess normally they use the cannons,
Yeah.
which are the same thing, really. But
Yeah. This is... Kirby 64 is essentially a Dreamland 4 in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
Dreamland 4. It is Dreamland 4, absolutely. There's nothing
except
over
you
there.
don't have the missions. Instead, you have to just grab collectibles normally.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't have the animal friends unless you carve them out of stone yourself.
Oh
Yeah.
no, here's the thing. The combo system is the animal friends.
Get back
Well,
here,
mechanically, yes, but you've got rock ice now.
Curling!
Okay. You know what is an animal friend then? That penguin with the hammer.
That is an animal.
True.
friend. Anyway, this is the power that I would jokingly say is my favorite, because the first time I ever used this, I was at my grandma's house, because that's usually where I would be able to rent this game, and she was a big fan of curling, so it was like, curling! And we would have fun laughing about that.
Oh, that's cute.
I love
That is nice.
I love curling. I love the reference they did to it in Return to Dreamland. It was Return to Dreamland that had that comeback. No, Star Allies. Star Allies is what that is. I like our Canadian national sport for winter that isn't hockey.
Curling's fun. It's so weird, but that's kind of why it's really charming. It's really funny just seeing the two people slide down the ice, like with their brooms,
Yeah.
just
see you, Angel.
encouraging the silver rock onwards. Then you get it close to the circle, and everyone goes, "Wow, you got it close to the circle." But then it gets even better because the next time someone throws, they're trying to knock your stone away as well.
Yeah.
It's just
Whoop.
it's cute and fun, and we like that.
I like curling. I like the sound that it makes when you hit walls.
It
Because that's what a curling
um,
stone sounds like. Also, the thing I like about curling Kirby the most is that if you asked me to make a ice plus rock Kirby, this is what would be made. Like, there's no world where you don't make anything other than this. It's kind of perfect.
I might have struggled because I don't know sport.
Entirely fair.
I would have been like,
I'd have worked
cold
like an
rock.
iceberg or something.
It'd be like, honestly, I would probably, like, if I didn't already, like, have the knowledge of what Kirby 64 does, I probably would have thought of, like, ice could be ice rock.
That could work. Also, no, we need bomb and
you
ice.
need ice bomb.
Heck. Did forget about that. That's fine.
This game is very, like, have knowledge beforehand or replay the levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, which means that it definitely is part of the,
And
I
they
always forget the name of the series, help.
They don't always have the powers in the stage, either.
You mean the Dreamland ones?
Yeah!
Because
like,
those also require knowledge in advance.
Yeah, they're extremely that, and it's always at the end of the level. It's like, oh, you had to do this thing. Did you know you had to do this thing? Were you careful to not stand on a single flower? Or alternatively, have you already seen the thing where you're not supposed to stand on a single flower, and so you didn't realize that you're supposed to stand on every flower?
Yeah.
It's like, rude.
You're asked to infer a lot from a level icon and very little other information. You can
Honestly, I assume
learn...
that it's designed that way on purpose to increase replay value.
Yeah, which, I mean, that's understandable.
I feel like you can sort of learn how the game thinks in that regard, like, over time, and be pretty good at guessing what it wants from you most of the time.
There's lots that you just can't guess, though.
That's fair.
And some people prefer it that way, which is interesting.
I think it's very similar to the deal with classic Sonic games. And, like, if you go into a Sonic game and you're just looking to play through it for the first time, actually, collecting the Chaos Emeralds is a recipe to just have a terrible, terrible...
Yeah.
You have to have played the game a few times to be familiar enough with where to find them and how to sort of...
I forgot that
Kirby is now a refrigerator.
I forgot that enemy gives ice.
I think they did in the Dreamland games as well, except they were really hard to, like, get. Maybe?
I remember them exploding into water, and I was going to say something about, like, hey, that enemy would give water if this was a modern game. But no, I forgot it gives ice. Also, this is normal ice.
Normal ice is one of the best normal abilities that's not a combo. However, welcome to the worst ability in the game.
Fire
it does nothing!
I mean, it makes a little damage, Aura.
I think the hitbox is so small that it's completely impractical.
Probably.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
Yeah.
Just awful. Like, why would you do this?
Fire Ice is a joke ability.
Yeah.
Fire Ice should turn you into an angry snowman with fire shooting out of its eyes.
Fire and Ice should allow you to cast Antipody to hit enemies with Antipody.
I needed
Or whatever that one Chrono Trigger...
Antipode.
No, it's Antipody. That's how you say it.
It is Antipody, yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
that's
always
a real
thought it was
word.
Antipode. It is a real word, but I believe the Chrono Trigger move description for it is just like attack enemies with Antipody, which is very helpful.
Huh. And yeah, that is accurate. Also, I do agree, Qwerty, that sometimes it's good to not complete the game in one shot. So like that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that what I was going with that is that depending on what you're looking for when you go through a game, a lot of the time if someone's playing a classic Sonic game, they want to play the classic Sonic game in a single playthrough and have the full experience. Mm-hmm. And so the design of how like collecting the Chaos Emeralds works and the fact that the true ending is locked behind it can be really frustrating for someone just trying to experience Sonic 2 or whatever. And I think it's just an interesting reflection of like how design sensibilities change based on like the expected audience and environment. Like, if you're playing Sonic 2, you're probably just like spending like $5 for it on Steam or whatever.
Yeah.
If you're playing it back in the day, that's like, okay, make another video game until your birthday. Make it last.
Invincible candy with a really rockin' theme.
I think this invincibility theme is only in this game.
It is.
Also, something occurred to me.
Yeah?
If you're planning to go back and get stuff later that you missed, you're not gonna... It might be difficult to remember what each level is asking of you if you're not playing it a second time immediately.
Possibly. Ouch.
Alternatively,
Or you could use a guide.
We've made content on this Twitch channel of running around aimlessly, making the same mistakes repeatedly before, and we can do it again.
You know, that's always true.
I suppose. The logs are very rude.
The log is an enemy that you can get a card for.
Yep.
Okay. That is very silly. I never collected all the cards, and very few people ever have, because it's bullshit.
It's very bad.
I never collected all of them, but I do really like the cards and the card menu.
I think I got
There
almost
was a
all of
code
them
you could
when I first played this.
The funniest thing about the cards pertains to the final boss, so I can't say it yet. Or
Well,
I
see, the
could,
reason
because we
why
all
is
know,
that-
maybe.
The reason why is that a lot of people don't want to play through the same game repeatedly, and they just come in with an expectation that, well, obviously you want to see the true ending, because a lot of games are designed that way, and
Yeah.
it's just a difference of expectation.
Yeah.
There's also just a lot of people who want to complete everything in one go because that's what their brain wants them to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
like,
the Sonic games
like,
are definitely games that want you to replay them, but have mechanics that make that a little difficult.
Like, the game has presented me with objectives and I must complete all of them at once or I will feel bad, is the
Yeah.
thing that
Yeah.
many people have.
yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that Classic Sonic expects that sort of thing from you when you're familiar with it already, but... Well, yeah, it has branching paths and stuff, and reflex memorization tests. The thing is that that's really frustrating for someone who's going in blind a lot of the time. It's like, it feels less like you're being tested on your ability to do platforming, and more being punished for not knowing the future.
Here's a question.
And-
Here's a question for everybody in call and also chat. I don't like the classic Sonic games at all.
That's a
Is that-
statement,
is
not
that
a question.
Is that okay?
I feel the same.
Yeah, I feel the same
I have
basically.
nostalgia for them, but playing them has always been a massive frustration for me.
Yeah.
I grew up without ever owning a Sega console, and I still don't own any Sega consoles. So my only time spent playing classic Sonic games was like at one of my grandparents' houses because they did have a Genesis.
My
And
grandma
then
also had a
I-
Genesis.
I didn't like super enjoy them. In fact, the one I enjoyed the most out of the Sonic games that they had as a kid who did not own a Genesis at her house and very rarely got a chance to play these was Sonic 3D Blast.
Incredible.
Which is an incorrect opinion, I believe. Like, just objectively.
Well, see, funny thing, when I got the Sonic Mega Gems collection for the GameCube, that's the only one that I beat.
Oh, I never beat any of them,
I-
but that was the one I thought was the coolest one.
I did enjoy it. Is the thing. Now,
Yeah,
my-
I mean, I think it's a fine game, but it's also like, it doesn't live up to the standard set by the 2D platformers, which were like, say what you will about how you may not enjoy the sort of level design and such, they are pretty good looking games. They play well.
Oh, for sure.
They work. It's not a wonder that they were very popular and are still beloved today. Sonic 3D Blast is just it's a perfectly functional, okay game.
Yeah.
It's not bad, but it doesn't live up to the sort of thing that someone would have wanted from a 3D Sonic.
Oh, hey,
Which
you
is
knew
like-
the future.
I did remember this one. Oh no, I wanted that mashed tomatoes.
But yeah, I like Sonic Mania. That's basically regarded as one of, if not the best, 2D Sonic games. And I gotta say, when I played that, I had a bad time.
Oh no.
And I played it, I wasn't having fun, it just got miserable. At a certain point, I just decided I'm not going to play this, I'm not done.
Completely understandable.
The best
After a
Sonic
point-
game is Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed.
I prefer the original one, but
I just
I'm
wanted
not
to say
finished.
that.
Understandable.
Well, you're good. I'm in the minority for preferring the original, but yeah, the thing is, I did come back to Sonic Mania, and this time I played as Tails,
Ah,
and I had
that's the
fun
trick.
Ah.
because Tails is so much less punishing.
Tails just does what he
Rewards
wants.
platform, so rewards and enables exploration so much more. Tails is just way more fun, but Tails is also easy mode.
Ah, this
And
is
that's
it. This is
kind of-
it. This is the place where you need Cutter
Yeah,
and Rock.
I was right, it's close, but I
Yes.
wasn't quite correct
Yeah.
where it was.
Qwerty, no, I'm saying that the image of 3D Blast and the reason why many people didn't really regard it as like highly as the other Sonic games is because the image of what it could be and like what it's measuring up, what people were expecting it to measure up to
Yeah.
relative to other Sonic games. It's just like it's a matter of perception. It's a perfectly good game. Is what I'm saying. It just people didn't really expect much of it. And sort of,
Call
more
out!
easily let
Call
down.
out! Help! Anyway, regarding Genesis and Sonic talk,
Quickly, just before I never actually finished my Mania thing.
you finish your thing.
Very
You finish your
quickly,
thing.
I had a lot more fun with it as Tails. I think that it's misleading to frame like it's very easy to want to play as Sonic first because Sonic is the default experience, right?
It's his game.
Yeah.
But Tails is the better entry point, I think.
Yeah.
That makes
And
sense.
after playing through as Tails, after I had a feel for like what the levels were like, how they are laid out, what to do, I had so much more fun going back and playing it as Sonic. I could actually enjoy myself.
That makes sense.
So yeah, I just think that's an interesting dynamic of like how the game sets up expectations that can create a less ideal experiencing the game. And also there is that thing that like in the vast majority of 2D Sonics, only Sonic gets to see the true ending. Which feels
yeah.
like it really discourages you from playing the other characters.
I'm just still thinking about Sonic racing games and how, in my mind, All-Stars Racing Transformed does exactly two criminal things.
What would that be?
One, there's no Phantasy Star in it. Two, the Burning Rangers track doesn't have the best Burning Rangers song in it.
Oh no. That's actually two very understandable things.
Also, it cut characters from the first one, so that's also bad, I guess. So it has 3 crimes.
Ah, but it did turn Knights into a car.
That's true. Also, I think Shadow drives a tank and it's funny or something like that.
Also, I think the cast of Yogg's cast is in it, and Danica Patrick.
Oh.
That is true.
Oofsy doofsy.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yep.
Regarding the Genesis talk, I grew up with Taz Escapes from Mars and Sonic Pinball.
Wow.
I liked it.
Sonic
the thing
Pinball?
about Sonic Pinball is that there's a lot of good in it, but it's also a pinball game, and pinball games are frustrating.
Yeah.
You know who else is in All Stars Racing Transformed, by the way? Football Manager.
Yeah, I think there's also a real life
Danica
driving
Patrick.
person.
Yeah, Danica Patrick, actual racing lady, is in there.
Regular human woman, Danica Patrick.
Really weird game.
Anyway, Kirby and the Crystal Shards.
It's got Kirby in it. It's got Crystal Shards in it. It's pretty good.
We are going at a pretty good pace. I don't remember where to go on this area completely. Ouch! I did not notice the Gordon.
We were talking about other stuff, and like, I know that Zodi noticed and like went past it because she didn't have the powers at the time. But we have found this level, which requires the rock cutter.
Not
thing.
this level. Last level.
It was the previous level.
Oh yeah, the previous level.
Yeah.
Whatever, they're all water levels.
Yeah, the Aqua Star is all water levels, regrettably.
It looks like the same level, effectively. But yeah, we did see that. Unfortunately, they only make one of the animals in Stonecutter matter.
Sad, but
because that's
true.
the only time you need it. And it's the goddamn hamster again. It's always Rick the hamster.
Okay, but Pitch is the one that everyone is always fishing for when they use cutter.
Oh, right, it's over here is where we go.
Right, yeah, I think Pitch is pretty good. Nago is the best animal friend, don't at me.
Valid.
I think that Nago should be... Someone should, like, have Nago appear as a thing on their Twitch when someone, like, subscribes or follows.
Yeah, that would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I think it'd be cute.
Also, Qwerty, I think you are a little behind.
The context is that I used to have that.
I think you are a little behind in regard to, like, stream stuff, so try and maybe refresh it when you hear
the context is that...
There's always a Twitch delay. That's how Twitch works.
But yeah, the context for that is that Nago used to be my follower notification and stuff.
We're in a bad place to show this off, but now I have Lightning Cutter, which is another one of my favorites.
Lightning Cutter is definitely a very popular one. I never really liked it. I think it looks cool, but it's not fun to use.
But Duel of Fates,
Darth Maul Starwall.
Duel of Fates, though.
I just said Darth Maul Starwall. But I'm gonna claim that was on purpose, retroactively.
Wow, it took a while for the game to register me going there.
Where did you get your double-ended lightsaber? At the Darth Maul.
Okay, it does have some application of having like a billion hitboxes. Or a billion hits.
Number of active frames, yes.
Yeah.
Where is the crystal shard?
Just Kirby's little smile as he's twirling the sword is funny.
I do like that. Where is the
no
crystal
thought
shard
said
that
empty.
came from this boss? None. There is no shard here.
Or is there?
Is it in the center of the area?
It might be like in the room right after the boss, if there is one.
Probably.
Or there might not be one.
Ow. These swings go faster if Kirby is not in the water.
Yeah. There's also not a slower sound effect for the water version.
Yeah. Ow! No! This is fine.
There goes your lights. There goes your life.
Yep. I think there is a crystal shard in this area. I just forget where. Can I eat this to become a stone? No. The stone! The literal actual boulder flying at my face. Not stone.
Well, no, it's a stone. It just doesn't have the power of stone. It doesn't have life force.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. Understandable, though. You don't get bombed from eating bombs, either.
Except sometimes you do get a power by eating, like, a projectile or something.
Yeah. Go, Kirby! Yay! I love getting the cards in exclusion to all else. I don't think I even... Oh, wait. No. I don't think we even saw that first crystal shard that I missed. What? Oh, well. Time to fight another boss from Dreamland 3. It's Funny Killer Whale, who I do not remember the name of. Acro, right?
Yeah. It's Orca spelled backwards.
Ah, right. Closer. Whoop! Ow! I forgot he did a ground pound. Hey. Ah, yeah! The boss who isn't standing in the middle of a circle. Yes, correct, Qwerty. Acro has decided that he does not like the third dimension and has decided to disengage.
I really appreciate that this boss fight gives you reason to do the holding a creature above your head thing.
Yeah. Cool.
It's so funny to me that Smash Brothers made it so that DDD's Gordos could be hit back by like even the slightest tap.
Yeah.
Because it transforms Gordos from being this nearly completely invulnerable death machine into like just it's so dangerous for DDD.
Yeah. Also, Qwerty, I am chuckling at that. Thank you very much. Why do I keep on missing? I'm so bad. But yeah, I got hit and I shouted, "Aya!" And Qwerty said, "Yep, that's you."
It is you.
It is in fact me. Why is Acro so hard to hit?
Because he's so acrobatic.
This boss fight is really easy in Dreamland 3. Ow, I'm dead.
Yeah, this is one of those boss fights that I feel like coming in with a good ability does a lot of good.
Yeah. I don't remember what abilities are good in water.
I think drill works pretty good.
Oh, that is true. I actually remembering now that probably is how I fought this boss in the past. Okay, he's getting all riled up, so he's going to go into the background. Acro
Now
attack!
that's what I call a background character.
God damn it. Okay, there we go. I understand. I see the world now. I see the vision. Pretend I hit with that skull. Okay, that was rude. He's not getting excited, so he's gonna do the flop. Ow! I forgot he just does it real quick again like that.
Oh hey, Acro. I had to step away for a bit.
Okay.
There's a whale now.
Technically, killer whales are dolphins.
There's a whale now.
Technically, killer whales are a special in Splatoon.
Ouch. That is true.
It's funny you say that because I was about to mention that as soon as I was away from the computer for like 2 minutes, my brain immediately reverted to thinking about Splatoon.
I love you.
Acro defeated.
I love you too.
Except, we are now at the part where the bosses start being serious.
all of the bosses have a second phase in this game, and I think that's neat.
Not all of them. I mean, technically Pix does, in that the first phase is you cannot attack this.
Yeah. And Wispy's second phase is that he's dead.
Well, no, his two phases, his nephews and then himself.
Even Adeline has a second phase.
That's true. Now, this is one of those places where it would be really... here's the thing. The bomb power he is giving would be wonderful to use. Kirby cannot absorb a power unless he has got both of his two little flipper feet on the ground.
He just needs to learn how to walk on the walls for a second.
Yeah, which unfortunately no one is here to cast the spider.
Introducing the power in the next Kirby game, gravity.
I would like that, honestly. I think
that would be really fun.
That was a mistake.
That would actually fit in really well, and they could draw on... I like the dead Kirby slowly sinking because the screen is still scrolling, actually.
Same.
I think gravity would actually work really well. They could draw on several existing powers for, like, ideas. Like, they could bring back throw and stuff like that, because gravity would let you chuck stuff around.
I think just being able to make enemies crash out of the sky would be pretty cool. As an anti-air. Or like lifting them up into the air if they're on the ground and having them just like flail about in the air as they just are unable to sort of make any movement.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could do cool stuff with puzzles. I'm sure it'd be very good for puzzles.
Yeah.
Also, if you revisit a stage that has a crystal shard that you already used, you will get the glowy star instead.
Man, Galactic Continuum is a weirdly cool name for a bot.
Yeah. Bots should stop stealing good names. Anyway,
I keep forgetting I'm not a moderator on the channel.
I keep forgetting to make you a moderator on the channel.
It's kind of funny. At this point, it's like a running joke that neither of us are doing on purpose.
True.
I also forgot that Rock wasn't a moderator.
I need to find another.
I keep going to ban these people, but Zodi's always faster.
I
know you have the button.
I have a powerful gun.
You have the button,
sword.
And I don't want to have a button.
Yeah.
Because there's just more clutter on the screen. There's so much clutter on the screen. Have you looked at it?
I mean, in OBS it's not that bad, honestly. Ouch. I need to find... I hope the Sir Kibble is still alive. Because I need some sort of ranged weapon that has any amount of speed. God damn it!
Mr. Kibble is the most notorious Transformers toy design.
that joke has layers, Yiza. I don't think anyone but you and me know what kibble means in that context.
Lots of people know, I'm sure.
Probably.
I certainly don't.
Kibble is the little hanging on bits of chuffed. Like man who becomes.
You mean greebles?
Okay.
A little bit.
I'm gonna do this. When a car turns into a man, if it's got a bunch of doors and windscreens and just stuff hanging off awkwardly,
yeah,
that's Kibble.
I was trying to say it, but I'm bad at speaking words.
Yeah,
I've never
some
heard
of
this
the
before.
It's
less elegant Transformers, especially like if you look at the Beast Wars line,
Beast Wars has
a lot
kibble.
of just like a robot is just like a man hidden inside the shell of an animal, and the transformation is mostly just popping open the exoskeleton of an animal, and then you just have a guy with like a whole ass lion stuck to his back.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I
Something
know
about the word kibble being used for that sort of thing
it
feels detestable to my mind.
Understandable. Very understandable.
No one's suggesting that you feed your Transformers to your dog.
Yeah, no, not that. Anyway, I have a shuriken now, so Acro is going to die. I'm going to hit Acro with my Hanzo Steel.
I don't think that's how shurikens work.
No.
I don't think that's what Hanzo Steel is for.
Very much not. Out.
I expected you to immediately lose it there.
Same. Ouch. Ouch.
I have a
There we
little
go.
butterflies.
Acro
Oh,
defeated.
Yugioh.
Hooray! Hi.
Kirby doesn't know how to dance underwater.
Nope, dancing underwater is difficult. Everybody enjoy the sunset.
It's not sunset at all.
I meant the seaside. Sunset was the wrong word. Oh no, Kirby, watch out!
And then Kirby died.
Kirby is fine.
Why did they all start leaving without him?
I don't know. It's so silly. I love these end
They
of
didn't realize
stage.
that Kirby had his eyes closed.
These
Yes.
end of stage animations remind me of the start of stage animations that most Kirby's have.
Oh yeah,
And they're
that's
so
probably
good.
what they're going for.
They're really good.
Yeah, now it is time for Neo Star. We've gone to Popstar, the land of dreams, Rockstar, the land of rocks, Aquastar, the land of water. What the fuck is Neo going to be?
The land of transgender people.
Fair.
Maybe the idea is that it's like a new
Oh!
planet because it's sort of like it's got like prehistory vibes to it, you
It's
know?
Neolithic.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
I love how even though the way the shuriken works is that it's still a real projectile that exists. Land of Twewy sequels, yes. But like you can actually tell the speed of the shuriken. It's a real physical object even if it's invisible.
Yeah.
Which I like a lot.
It's
for
also
some reason.
it is also still one of the fastest attacks, I think.
Yeah.
It's just very practical.
Ah, yes. We have to watch out for spike pits. The inhabitants of this planet have left dangerous things. Ouch. Ow, again. I know you've mentioned it before, Yiza, but I do forget how slow Kirby is in this.
He's very slow.
He's taking his time.
He is taking his time. He's a good Kirby. I do want that sandwich.
So Aya, when are you going to stream other great N64 games like Quest 64?
Don't tempt me.
I'm going to.
Robin was streaming some great N64 games recently, like Iggy's Wrecking Ball.
I genuinely have like a fascination of like what is Quest 64 actually like? Because I played it as a kid. I remember...
also kind of have that.
Honestly, recently, well, when I've listened to people who've played it fairly recently, I
I'm
like
pretty
it.
sure there is something down.
I mean,
there.
like, it's not a fucking... It's from the time where
Right, these are
Square Enix
climbable.
had... So not Square Enix. Sony on
Thank
their
you.
PlayStation had a bajillion amazing RPGs, and it's not them,
I always forget
But
if
it's
it
still
is
good
up or
game.
down.
from what I heard.
Quest 64 is a game that had a lot of ideas and then couldn't do most of them, but it's still interesting in some ways.
So every RPG released from ever, basically. That's every RPG that has ever existed. Like,
Well, Quest 64 is that more than usual, though.
True.
It's on the N64, Zodi.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at any...
I got footstool jumped.
Oh no. If you picked out like a random, like, I don't know, if you picked up like some sort of relatively popular and successful RPG, like, sure, it may have had ideas that it didn't get to do,
like
but,
everybody's
like,
favorite RPG, Legend of Dragoon. This isn't true. Nobody likes it but me.
I thought it was fun to watch.
It is a fun game to watch. It just is also, like, it is a mid-tier RPG that is forgotten by anybody except those who personally played it.
But I think Legend of Dragoon is still works as an example for what I'm saying, because, like,
yeah,
if you look at Legend of Dragoon, you can't tell that it's missing a ton of pieces. If it is,
yeah,
it's like it's relatively more cohesive.
Oh, you don't know what
Quest
Legend
64,
of Dragoon is, Razier. Legend of
Quest
Dragoon...
64 is not cohesive, is what I'm trying to say.
No, it is very much not. Legend of Dragoon is my personal favorite PlayStation 1 jank RPG. It has Paper Mario combat. For the attacks.
You can't just say it's Paper Mario combat because you have to push buttons after you push the attack command.
Yeah, it's not Paper Mario combat, but
it's notably different.
It is notably different from most RPGs.
There is a timed attacks element, but it's finicky and relatively more demanding.
Yeah, and it also has, as the name might imply, a Power Ranger-esque super mode you can go into.
Yes, Dragoon definitely implies this all the time. That's the only meaning of that word.
It was my first time I ever heard the word Dragoon, and like many Final Fantasy players in general, the traditional historic term for Dragoon, which is guy on a horse with a gun, does not apply.
Yeah.
That being said, I think it would be really
like
funny.
dragon power person.
Yeah. That being said, I think a fantasy game that uses the traditional what Dragoon actually means for one of their classes would be fascinating.
The next Fire Emblem should have guns in it and have a Dragoon class.
I say this with all the genuine truth in my heart. I truly do believe that the next Fire Emblem will have guns.
I think that would be funny.
This was a more believable statement before Engage, when Three Houses was the latest one, and that one has a plot point of like intercontinental ballistic missiles exist.
Yeah.
It's weird. Has
Also,
anyone noticed this?
Invincible candy.
I've noticed it. The most important thing about Legend of Dragoon is the voice acting, though.
The voice acting is perfect. It is terrible affectionate.
Yeah, whenever you do your basic attacks correctly, your characters yell out the names of them like, Gust of Wind! Dance!
Yes.
It's
Harpoon!
Great. Yeah.
Madness Hero!
Blazing Dynamo!
Also, yes, Razier, that would be perfect. Combine the fantasy Dragoon of guy who got dragon powers with historical Dragoon of guy riding on mount with gun, and make Dragon Rider guy. That would
I'm
be
imagining
perfect.
someone jumping up really high into the sky, and then, like, while they're off the screen, a horse just sort of slides in from the side without animating, and then they land on it, and then they take out a gun and fire.
Yes. This is perfect.
Did you know that Mario is really good at musical chairs?
Sorry, what?
Minecart.
Mario from Super Mario Brothers. He's really good at musical chairs.
How is he good at musical chairs, Yiza?
He knows about timed sets.
Damn it.
This level is one that it's easy to miss the shards on.
I did.
Look, you did it.
I did. Ouch. I did miss that. I forgot what the warning was for.
I want to say this is also the level that requires Rock Bomb at one part.
Maybe.
And you might not be able to get that in the stage.
Maybe.
Oopsie doopsie.
Ah! Forgot to jump. I was looking at chat.
Yeah, that works too, Qwerty. Jump into the sky, land on a dragon, the dragon has a gun.
Yes, give the dragon a gun. I mean, that's actually
There's Digimon like that.
So
in fact, there's a Digimon that is a dragon made of guns.
That is actually a plot point in Legend of Dragoon. That the Divine Dragoon, its special ability is that it has a giant laser gun. For like,
I feel like laser guns are a little bit different than regular guns.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, in terms of, like, this is a gun comedy value.
Yeah.
There's always something especially funny about, like, regular guns being in places that they shouldn't be.
Agreed. The Duel Masters card game, ow, how did that happen? Also has an entire faction that is basically just dragons with guns strapped to them. There are many things in many media are a combination of what if you gave a dragon a gun?
Isn't there a line of Yu-Gi-Oh creatures that's like combat dragon maids or something? Or am I misremembering?
No, that is a real thing. The dragon maids are real.
I think I'm slightly misremembering like an alternate, like a modded set of card art that gives them all photorealistic guns.
There is a mod, there is like edited art of the dragon maids that gives them all guns. This is true.
Yeah, I think I saw people playing the Yu-Gi-Oh card game client with that mod.
Yeah, ouch.
Because it was funny.
Other Yu-Gi-Oh! Dragon stuff is the dragons, as Qwerty mentions. There's also the revolver dragon and his many friends.
This has nothing to do with dragons or guns, but shoutouts to the Melfies.
Melfies are very good.
There are a lot of adorable animals in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Qwerty has a Melfi deck, actually. It's quite good.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice. I'm a fan of the fur hire archetype. They're a bunch of furries.
Oh, an alarm is going off.
This is the water enemy that just bloops when you lift it up. That I was mixing up the ice propeller with. There is no water power,
like
but if there
slime.
was,
They got the nucleus.
Yeah, they're the amoeba enemy from Pikmin.
Gulex, yeah, that fella.
Yeah. The music in this game is really good, and this stage in particular is very, like, spooky. Has a good spooky vibe. Ow. Please leave me alone, I have electricity. Dare I go for...
Okay, so here's the thing, Zodi.
Yeah?
If we all know about Yugiohs, why are we playing MTG for our tabletop role-playing game?
Because...
Clearly, we should be jumping into the different card worlds of Yu-Gi-Oh! And we could play as like Melfies and
see the problem
Skull Dragon.
The problem with that is that while that would be an interesting idea, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has not enough actual like nuanced and existing worlds for me to do that. Yeah, much less actual setting stuff.
You hear so funny because like
here is Bomb Rock. Yep, need that. Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh has there's a lot implied in some of the archetypes, but
yes.
yeah, there's not much lore for the actual stuff.
Boss,
but it's
that is a billion.
It's so funny because like MTG, you have generally pretty consistent art direction.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
And like, there's different genres in that the planes represent. You've got horror, you've got westerns, you got mafia things.
You have
But they
Slavic.
generally all sort of, aside from, I guess, like the little critter plane is a bit more unusual there, but generally things are pretty consistent in sort of aesthetic. Yugioh, however, is like, you want medieval knights? You can have them. You want space zombies? Sure. Do you want anime girls who can slay dragons? Like maids who are dragons?
Do you
Do
want Star Wars crossed with The Legend of Oz?
Yeah. She's not even joking.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, that's the Cosmos cards, and they're very silly. The Millennium Falcon is the scissor. Wizard of Oz, not Legend of Oz. I said the wrong word. Whee. But yeah, the Millennium Falcon is the Ruby Slipper, as an example. Wow! What was the second one that I missed there? I know the last one that I missed, but...
I'm here again, and I want to say that I really like Qwerty's description of the Melfi deck.
I do agree with that, yes. That is very good. I need to read it again. Yes. Yes, I do love that. Hi. Is this you know, this is the first time Kirby's ever like actually had a voice in a game. This is the game that codified that Kirby says hello to everybody that he sees.
I guess so. Technically, Kirby does make noises that you could describe as a voice in previous games, if you want to be really, like, picky about it.
Technically, yeah.
Like in Dream Course, he does a little, like, weird cooing sound when he's tired. Yeah.
Pearly Castria. That's very silly. Kirby 64 is a very good example of Kirby games are just genuinely very good, and there's not a lot to say. They're fantastic video games. If you don't like a Kirby game, you're probably wrong. Okay, this one's tricky. You need.
Okay, there are at least a few Kirby games that are mediocre or bad.
This is true, but like the mainline ones. Also, I don't have Needle, so I can't get this, and I don't think there's any Needle in this area. But oh well.
Also, as someone who knows nothing about Yu-Gi-Oh lore generally, Pearly Kashtira sounds like someone's MMO character when they didn't read like the lore about how the race that they chose is named.
So
that's someone's Mikote who's not following naming conventions.
Absolutely. So the Pearly are magical cat friends that are powered by emotions. And Castria,
okay.
Yes, this is true. And the Castria are the concentrated rage and wrath of this one dude called Visas Starfrost, who is currently undergoing a very bad case of samsara.
I see.
The entire like overarching story is Visas is inside worlds that are full of that are all, each one is based off of one of his like mentalities. This is also where tear laments come from, which are all of his sadness. Thus,
tear laments are just sound stupid meta. Like some.
Sorry, I stopped listening because I had to go look at Pearlies.
Understandable.
And now that I've seen what they look like, I have to continue looking at them.
Understandable. Do you keep in mind one of them is about the memory of having a good meal?
That's fine.
But
I guess.
The Pearly are very good.
I think I see that one, and it seems like a normal card mostly anyways.
Okay, just making sure.
There's so many things to say about Yugioh that you can say, just, it has such a wild history.
Pizza.
It is so funny going and looking at the original versions of the card game. Like, not even in the anime before they even...
Adeline! Adeline, that is a circular object! How do I make this?
You cut a chunk out.
First you draw a circle.
It's a square! How do
First you draw a circle!
This is terrible.
Okay.
So the way this works...
Take the bottom right 9 out.
Okay.
Take the bottom right 9 out first.
So the way this works
if you heard
is
me laugh slightly, it's because I discovered X Pearly Noir.
Ah, yes. That's the dark? Evil?
It does have a symbol that says dark on it.
Yeah. So, we have to make a pizza using these squares.
And then just work out the corners, I guess, until it's like, yeah, that's circle.
Okay, that makes sense. But also, man, this is randomized, and I got like the worst possible one. There we go. We have gotten a crystal shard.
This is really finicky as well, because Kirby's not really meant for this.
On the plus side, if I make a mistake, I won't be murdered by a weird robot man.
Always a plus.
That is true.
I think the Pearly is one of the most magical girl assistant coded Yu-Gi-Oh archetypes.
Very true.
Now I'm pretty sure there's at least one archetype that has.
I said one of, so I'm expecting that there's more than one.
No, I mean like at least one archetype where the thing is they are magical girl assistant.
Oh, that's just outright that.
Like
That's probably true.
I don't quite remember.
Anything can assist a magical girl, technically.
True. Ouch.
Okay, maybe I'm remembering wrong. I just had that sort of image of something in my head.
Ah! Dangerous.
But yeah, the original card game,
K
like that was released.
R B Y Kirby.
Oh, she worked it out.
I've always enjoyed that as a kid.
It's cute.
I love spelling.
Same.
Yeah, I just
How did
early Yugioh was so funny because like 99% of the cards are absolute trash.
Yeah.
They don't do anything, and you can never put them in your deck unless you were really, really hurting your cards.
Ironically, a lot of those generic normal monsters have a purpose now because of Magic-E.
Yeah. I mean, there's... It's amazing the stuff that can be just completely nothing, useless, just bricks your hand, and be that way for 20 years, and then, like, because of some weird interaction that emerges with the new card, it's suddenly meta and everyone needs a copy.
Yeah.
And it's been out of print for 2 decades.
Yup. that is very much a thing. Meanwhile,
'Cause, like, the
cool
thing-
lava area.
The thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that it doesn't cycle cards out.
No.
Pokemon does. Magic the Gathering does. But, like, the standard format for Yu-Gi-Oh! Is there's a small ban list, but pretty much any other cards that exist in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! You can use. And so you kind of have to sort of be prepared to counter deck against everything and the most absurd and solvable combos, and it's a nonsense game.
I did forget that, right, this place has a DDD mode.
Pot of Greed is one of the banned cards, right?
Yes.
That's like the only banned card that I know.
Pot of Greed can never be unbanned. It is genuinely too good.
It allows you to draw 2 cards.
Yeah. Smash! King Dedede, smash foolish creatures and
The
rocks.
thing about Pot of Greed is that it's not even good because of the card advantage. They have made cards where you basically draw 1 card, so you basically get a card, you use it to draw another card, and so you've got the same number of cards ultimately out of it, but it's still good because it thins the deck, helping you get to the cards you want quicker, and it can also just like activate other sort of cards that sort of benefit from you using spell cards and stuff.
The other thing
to the extent that even cards that do nothing but
this is
draw
my
a
favorite
single
part.
card have got restricted or banned.
King Dedede, why do you throw Kirby?
Because he's DDD, he's a
It's
jerk.
efficient.
He is the bully friend, for lack of a better term.
A jerk with a
But
heart of
also,
gold.
Yeah.
That's probably
like-
a better term.
I think he's acutely aware that there's very little he can do that'll actually bother Kirby that much.
Yeah.
And so,
Kirby
like,
is very throwable. That is true.
That reminds me of something. This stream has been tangent o'clock, so I'm going to talk about
The stream is always tangent o'clock whenever you have us here.
This is
I
true.
think.
I'm going to tell you all about the manga Roboco, which is about a robot maid girl who looks... One of the running jokes is that she's basically Nappa from Dragon Ball Z.
okay, that's not what I was expecting.
The main character has these 2 friends called Gashi Gorilla, and I forget the other one's name, but he's like the thin, smart one. And these guys are bully-coded friends in that they are... they are saying very nice things in a teasing bully-like manner. Like, look at this guy, he's so cool. But genuinely meaning it, or something along those lines.
Oh, that's cute.
They are
That's what
genuinely
friends do.
they are genuinely really good people. It's fantastic. The series is dumb and bad a lot of the time because it is just not funny, but it has a lot of interesting ideas sometimes. We've never seen fire electric. So this is this.
I never liked Fire Electric.
Kirby takes a bit of aluminum paper and rubs it on his head and gives himself a nice hairdo made of fire. This power is very bad. Ouch.
Going back to Yugioh, just because you mentioned bully-coded friends, I find it so weird that Yugi's best friends are his bullies.
Well, he made them become his good friends. They're good people
but
now.
it kind of
It does come out of nowhere. a little.
it's so weird because they kind of justify it as I know we bullied you, Yug, and threw
I
your
think
solid
so.
gold magic puzzle piece in the lake, but we only did it because we wanted to toughen you up because life is hard, you know. Fuck off.
I mean, that's the dub. In the original, it's yeah, I'm sorry, Hello, I'm Joe Nuichi Wheeler. I forget his actual last name in Japanese. I'm living in a very terrible life situation, so I'm taking it out
his
on
life.
others.
His dad's a drunk who gambles all the money away, and then Yuki. So then, when Joey gets into trading cards, he uses a gambling sub archetype. I was why would you do that, Joey? Joey, stop using cards are all about rolling dice.
I had never actually considered that might be why he uses the gamble cards. That's kind of sad.
It is. Well, it does remind me of one
Ow.
joke from Futurama where
I died.
Bender wins a poker tournament by just getting obscenely lucky. He specifically crafts a super good luck charm or something, and so just wins by not even looking at his cards. And he says, "Looking at your cards is a cheap strategy for people who rely on skill."
The Futurama was a smart show.
That's basically Joey. Joey does some good stuff from time to time, but he relies a lot on chance.
Another thing that you don't learn about Yu-Gi-Oh! If you only watch like the abridged series and the dub anime is that time the Pharaoh killed some people with yo-yos. Among other things.
There is so much in Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is insane.
The most important thing to know about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is it started as a horror manga.
Yeah, it's a horror manga about okay. The part of the reason why I brought up the weirdness about his best friends being his bullies, is that early Yu-Gi-Oh! Is extremely a power fantasy for a nerd who's good at games and gets bullied a lot and just wants to be able to sort of have an outlet for it. He wins over his bullies and they think he's cool now, and when worse bullies come along that he has to fight, he doesn't actually have to sort of dirty his hands because the evil spirit living inside him can do really fucked up revenge against his bullies for him, and so he's not morally culpable.
Yugi's wish was to have friends when he completed the Millennium Puzzle, and it gave him a goddamn Hellraiser spirit. Anyway, I'm molding right now. Is Volcano not used for this?
I forgot about this room. I don't remember the solution, but I remember now that this is.
I think you need bomb.
You need bomb.
Obscure,
is correct.
Or something.
Yeah.
This one's mean. It looks like it's supposed to be fire.
Yeah, that one is just.
That one is rude.
That one is just a lie.
It's not standing on top of it, I'm pretty sure, but I'll try.
At least they let you backtrack into the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it when games oh, hey, you went one step too far and now you can't return and do the puzzle that was obviously there. I didn't know which way was progress. Me.
Chaos. It's fine. I've also had a minor realization that we're about to fight one of the hardest bosses in the game. Oh no, lava! I did forget about this part. Ow! My face! Please leave me alone, enemies. I need to not get killed by lava. Ow! Hey, there's bomb. But I can't go back because of the giant lava.
Yeah, lava does them. I mean, that is one thing that helps with Amazing Mirror, but also it just helps that it's a Metroidvania, so it has to account for backtracking.
Yeah. Man, it's gonna be interesting when I get to the Amazing Mirror, because I gotta recruit at least one other person, optimally three other people to enjoy Kirby Troid with me.
Look, Robin and I'm pretty sure, have already expressed interest.
Probably.
Yeah. I don't love Amazing Mirror, but I think it'd be fun multiplayer, probably.
Agreed.
And yeah, Qwerty as well. I would like that.
Yeah. That would be excellent. Okay, we know. I wasn't.
Switch Online has it. I don't know if he has that. I think so.
I have it. That is a thing we could do. I was thinking of using emulation for that.
Emulation is more difficult.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know how though.
Yeah, you'd have to do some complicated shenanigans with the emulation.
Yeah. And then the volcano doesn't erupt. Oh no!
Well, it was in the process of erupting, and then you
True.
left.
True. What was the second one that I missed? I'm probably going to use a guide for some of these later ones, because I don't remember. Anyway, it's time for Magma Dan, the Dan of Magma.
I'm still looking at and reading about Pearly.
Understandable.
I find this Wikipedia description of how the deck plays to be entertaining.
How do they play? Well, we fight.
Playing style.
The giant.
Pearly is a theme focused on using the namesake level 1 monster Pearly to reveal a Pearly quick play spell card from your hand with its effect, then special summoning a rank 2 XYZ monster, which mentions that quick play spell and its text using Pearly. It just keeps saying Pearly a lot.
I do enjoy that.
Which is probably like...
Ow.
There's probably a good reason for that, because keywords and all that in card games,
Yeah.
but it's funny to me.
XYZ is Xyz, by the way. Because it's meant
Stop saying lies to
It's
me.
meant to sound like exceed. Because you are...
Don't stop
exceeding.
saying words to me. I'm going to leave now. I'm kidding.
How do I hit this guy? Is it the face? Yes, it's the face.
I disagree with Xyz as a concept.
For what it's
of a
worth,
word
I
that
also
you said.
disagree. Ow. I don't remember how to fight Lava Dan.
Xyz monsters were when Yu-Gi-Oh! Really started to go out of control. Because they're way too easy to summon.
I mean, I would argue that would be Link Monster. Ow. Or Pendulum
Link
Monster.
monsters happened after, and they were just a further
or Pendulum.
escalation.
Also,
But like,
Hello.
Hello, Qwerty.
Qwerty is here. She
Hi.
has Yu-Gi-Oh! Opinions. Hold
Only
up.
that this is the main thing like. If I'm gonna be chiming in, then I may as well do it out loud.
Yeah, fair.
do it as loud as you want.
I
Yeah.
need the position things while while the volcano is erupting and everyone is dying. There. Everybody is here. Kirby crew is here.
I don't know if I deserve to be in front of everybody else.
The size of the sprites make it said that this is the best way to do this.
I guess that's possibly true.
Anyway, it's time to go to fucking capitalist death wasteland Earth. Because you can
Did you know Shiverstar is Earth?
Yes. Anyway.
Has
You can see
anyone-
it.
Sorry, what?
It's not hidden. It's not hidden at all. It is extremely visible on this globe.
Back when I
Has
back
anyone
when I
noticed
did
that Shiverstar has a rock around it that looks like the moon?
back
Also, if you
when
look at
I
the-
played this on YouTube in ancient times, I think I kept getting comments about Shiverstar being Earth because people were amazed by it
Incredible.
or something like that.
I bet I was one of them. I'm sorry.
Maybe, I don't know.
It's really funny thinking about that, considering that Forgotten Planet, whatever, was also about post-apocalyptic human stuff.
Oh, we've never seen Bomb Needle. Or Bomb Ice. What's a Bomb Needle? Oh yeah, Gordon mode. Except, not quite, because it shoots the icicles out. Ow.
Bomb Ice was one you needed for an earlier level, so you'll have to
Yes.
see it eventually.
Yeah. In fact, let's see it now.
I love funny little Bordeaux.
Snowman.
Exploding snowman.
Powerful snowman. The snowman prank.
Kind of mid snowman, honestly.
Yeah. It's not... It's a very...
Not one of the better abilities.
Yeah, it also doesn't have a scarf. It also explodes at the slightest touch of anything that is an enemy. Which, I mean, is good. You want that instead of taking damage. Wait, I just realized I've never seen... What is double ice?
It's like ice, but colder.
It's like ice, but worse.
Ow!
Actually, if I remember correctly.
Embarrassing.
You've been
It's
killed
like-
by a bird.
We will see what ice is. Oh, we haven't seen Ice Needle either.
Why is the Yu-Gi-Oh card for a funny cat doing a big jump so confused about it? Like Hurry Leap or whatever has like an exclamation point question mark afterwards.
I don't know. And also, the requirement that it have the full Pearly archetype name spelled out sort of breaks the attempt to also say leap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot Ice plus Needle is so cool.
Because Pearly is spelled like pure.
Oh right, it's
And
just
that
like
doesn't
Pearly
quite work
Yeep.
with leap.
It's a yeep instead of a leap. It's like they tried to make a new word that was close to yeet, and then it didn't catch on.
Wait, this
But
is
yeah,
Ice
I
Needle.
maintain that Dixie's monsters is when Power Creep and Yugioh started to get absolute nonsense. Because before that, there was Synchro monsters, but you had
Oh, right,
to
Snowball.
build
Pearly-
around Synchros.
Pearly Sharely also has a question mark in it for some reason.
Snow.
Yu-Gi-Oh card names are
No.
so wild.
Snow.
One of my favorite jokes from
No.
the abridged series was when
No. Snow.
In both cases,
No.
it's also in the Japanese.
Snow.
What's your
One of my
favorite
favorite
Yu-Gi-Oh
jokes
card
from,
name?
Snow.
yeah,
Probably one of...
Snow.
How are you a big snowball?
This is double ice.
I thought double ice was a snowflake.
No, double ice.
That's-
That's Ice and Needle.
Oh.
Favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card name.
Probably one of the really, really ridiculous card names. Hang on.
I can think of two for myself. Classic one is Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth. Gotta love that.
That is a
Such
classic.
a good moth.
That is a
It's a
classic.
good name. Don't slip, the dogs of war. That's one.
That's a good one. My other favorite is number 37, Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark.
It is dogs playing tug of war.
Toboggan.
Because if you have a card name like number 37, Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark, you can't help but say the entire name of number 37,
Exactly,
Hope Woven
yes.
Dragon Spider Shark every time.
Technically,
A lot
according
of
to...
the-
Oh, I think I was supposed
Quite
to
a
go through
few of the
there.
numbers are like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one of the jokes that I really like from Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, Seto Kaiba is playing chess, and he moves his pawn to the side of the board and says, "I sacrifice my pawn to summon Elemental Shining Hero Shining Queen's pawn."
Ow.
And I'm just like, yeah, that's very Yu-Gi-Oh! Naming style. It's
Wrong.
a bit exaggerated, but
Wrong game. Ow.
There are several Yu-Gi-Oh cards that are pawns.
this is true.
Not necessarily with any chess reference being made.
Yeah.
There's gotta be like an archetype of like anthropomorphic chess pieces or something, right?
There are two of them, and both of them are terrible.
Oh, good.
There's also at some like playing card ones.
This is another one of the kind of cheaty crystal shard containers because like
I assume fire?
you need fire for this, but like also it's made of ice, so that makes sense.
Like, that one's a little more reasonable, because it is
Yeah.
made of
It-
ice.
Is weird though, because it does break convention
Mhm.
of
Yeah,
what the game's been teaching you.
yeah. It and the one from that last stage both do that.
Okay, I've already forgotten how to pronounce XYZ.
Xyz.
Ugh.
I know,
Don't even bother, honestly.
It does make some card names that I'm seeing in this recommended Pearly card synergy list funnier, like Xyz Bento.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. In Japan, the letter X is basically like the free tile in Scrabble. It can be pronounced any way you want. Sometimes it's silent, like in the anime series that introduced Dixie's monsters, it's Yugioh Zeal, spelt with an X and then in between the E and the A.
Yeah. The other...
I don't think I've ever heard anyone speaking English about the series call it anything but Zexel.
Yeah.
Because why would you?
No, including when explicitly mentioning, yeah, they insist that it's called Zeal. No, I won't be calling it that.
It's like other series like Hunter x Hunter and Spy Family, which are like, there's an X there. You don't say the X.
In Digimon Cross Wars, spelled Xros.
Yes.
The X there is a K sound. In Pokemon, in Pokemon Gen 5, the phone watch thing,
The X transceiver.
cross transceiver is how it's pronounced.
Of course.
Oh yeah, there's also like Monster Hunter Cross is one way that's said. Cross shows up a lot.
So yeah.
Final Fantasy XIV sometimes uses X as sh, which is borrowed from other languages, I believe.
But yeah, in Japan, X I've come to understand as just being the free tile in Scrabble. It can mean anything you want.
I could say so many things about Kingdom Hearts right now. I won't, because I respect all
they bring Greek into it.
Yes, they do. And
yeah, the Kai blade
it is
or
so,
whatever.
Okay, so to explain this, because ow, Kirby got squished. To explain this,
good reason.
Mm-hmm.
There is a special keyblade in the lore that uses the Greek letter for the Greek letter X, which can be pronounced in many ways, and the joke they're going for is that it is ki as in usually localized as chi, as in spirit energy, and it is a key as in this is why the keyblades are keys, because they are made of this key energy is the thing there.
Right.
It's actually a pretty elegant pun.
Yes, it is. I love it, actually.
It is.
And let's not forget the nobodies. Their names are scrambled versions of their original names with an X put in there to show what they are missing.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind that the X is an addition to the name and not replacing a letter.
Well, it's like adding a negative.
Yeah, basically. Anyway, Shiverstar is a bit
It's
of
Earth.
It's Earth!
It's a bit of a difficulty jump from the rest of the game, is what I was trying to say.
Zodi?
I'm
Did you
okay.
never realise that it's Earth?
You believe that Kirby implies the apocalypse happened on Earth because Shiverstar is Earth?
Here's a little question of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I just think might be funny to ask, even with no context whatsoever. Which do you think there are more of? Cards that are hamsters, cards that are ferrets, or cards that are mice?
That are what?
Hamsters, ferrets, or mice? Did you say?
Marmot. M-A-R-M-O-T.
Okay.
Hamster?
I can't answer
Hamster's
this.
my guess, too.
I can't answer this because I know.
Well, that means you can answer it, Zodi.
No, that would be cheating.
Okay,
What is
there
that?
is one Yu-Gi-Oh card that is a ferret. It is Fencing Fire Ferret.
Which is based on the
Oh.
Kamaitachi.
I am told that the Japanese name is a very complicated, like, 3-layered pun.
Based,
that
They
tracks.
just didn't even try.
based
Yeah,
on
that's fair.
everybody's favorite friend, the Kamaitachi.
It is a pun on, that, but spelled in a way that makes it something about a fiery sword instead of a weasel with a scythe. And they just, So yeah, there is one card that is a ferret, and then there is a second card where the ferret incidentally appears in the art. So I
Okay.
guess possibly 2.
1.5.
I cannot believe that, considering the Kamitachi is...
For hamsters, there is Rescue Hamster,
Mm-hmm.
a hamster with a safety hard hat, and a bundle of rope for rescuing people.
It's no rescue cat.
There is.
There are there's a whole series of rescue animals. Yes, one of them is Rescue Hamster. There is also Rescue Cat, Rescue Rabbit. Oh wait, no, there is a Rescue Ferret. I was wrong. There are 2 ferrets.
There's a rescue
What?
hamster plush you
Yes.
can buy, apparently.
I keep on hitting the wrong button. The button
Okay,
wrong.
let's see. Rescues are cat, ferret, hamster, hedgehog, and rabbit. So okay, there are 2 ferrets.
I forgot how to pronounce XYZ again in the last 5 minutes.
It
Xyz.
succeeds.
Ugh.
Anyway, so 2 ferrets. Hamster. There is Super Nimble Mega Hamster,
Great, great.
Rescue
I love
Hamster, as I said, and the Master of Ham.
I did forget about that one.
Master of Ham, which is a hamster with a leather jacket and a sword,
Awesome.
Fantastic.
and an orange scarf.
Because he's a hammer eye, clearly.
That's a good one. Not that kind of sword. It is a straight,
It's like a
long sword.
broadsword,
Yeah.
straight sword kind of thing.
whatever, yeah. And a scar over his eye.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, he has to have the scar over his eye. That's just normal.
For Marmot. The first one is Archfiend Marmot of Nefariousness.
That's incredible.
It is quite
It has a
good.
recolor. Back in the very early days where a lot of normal monsters were just recolors of other normal monsters because they decided they wanted more cards even though they had neither mechanically useful places for them nor art ideas for them.
Oh, Archfiend Marmot of Nefariousness is really old, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so there's Archfiend Marmot of Nefariousness. There's Obese Marmot of Nefariousness, who is blue.
Mm-hmm.
There's Nefarious Archfiend Eater of Nefariousness. There's Awakening of the Possessed Nefariouser Archfiend.
More nefarious.
Good grief.
So that's 4. Wait, 4 or 5? 4, yeah. So that puts Marmots as the most of the lot.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, I am learning things today.
It's
Archfiend
completely
Marmot-
with knowledge.
Archfiend Marmot of Nefariousness looks like a Dragon Quest enemy to me.
It very much does.
It's completely useless knowledge, and I mostly thought of it because, hey, it'd be funny to mention Super Nimble Mega Hamster.
I appreciate this knowledge.
Can you
Agreed.
believe that they errated Frog the Jam, sorry, Toad the Jam, to make it, like,
It was Frog the Jam, and then they changed it to Slime Toad because it wasn't a frog in the original Japanese, and eventually being a frog mattered mechanically.
I thought you
Yeah,
were going to
there's so
say, can
many
you
cards
believe
that say-
Shiver Star is Earth? Just out of
there's
nowhere.
there's so many cards that say something like, when you summon this monster, search your
Guys.
deck for any frog monster except Frog the Jam.
Harpy,
And they have to do that.
the Harpy ladies have to deal with that as well because of the guy who is not their brother, but is called Harpy's brother. Or was, anyway. Hello, Enderlord. I'm glad you could make it. We're playing Kirby's Crystal Shards 64. And also talking about nonsense.
Yeah,
I found a
one they
website
changed
that
it-
generates
one they
random
changed it to
Yu-Gi-Oh
Sky
cards.
Scout.
I need lightning and needle, and I only have lightning. Oops. I do like how jovial that enemy was. That's the end of the level.
I found a website that generates random Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so I'm going to be here for like the next hour. Looking for the goofiest ones.
It is time.
I'm gonna share a Yu-Gi-Oh card that I designed.
It is time for everybody's favorite level in Shiver Star. It's time for the
Pot
mall.
of Greed 2.
I do like them all. I like it in the
Which of the many variants of Pot of Greed do you mean there, Robin?
Greed Grotto.
I haven't actually heard of that one.
It's from 1996 apparently, so it's an older one. Activate only if you destroyed a face-up synchro monster. Grotto, Grado.
Ah, Grotto.
Grotto, maybe.
Huh. Okay, I can see why I've never heard of this one before. That's terrible. It's just too specific of a condition.
Yeah, it does seem specific.
Right? Oh yeah, your opponent has to be doing this specific thing, and they have to have already done their combo to get that specific thing into play.
I did not think that would
And then
be it.
that has to be unable to stop you from beating it. And then you need to be in a position where drawing 2 cards is still useful, and you haven't basically just won already because clearly you got through their board.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember this, Isa. This is that was the squishable like Archangel or something. It does look like a Karibo.
Ow. Oh no, my lightsaber! I wanted that. I love the mall. The mall is a very good stage of Kirby's 64. Ow! I'm dying. The legendary Starfy is another game series that I would love to play on the internet, because I do like that delightful starfish child.
I've heard some negative opinions about the Starfy games, so that'd be interesting.
I have admittedly only seen I have seen only the one that has come to the West.
Wait, Cutter Kirby has a bespoke animation for when the cutter is out and Kirby is standing on, like, the edge of a ledge.
Oh, he does!
2 of them even, I think, depending on which direction
Is that a
you're facing.
bespoke animation, or is that just the same animation with the front cut off?
It is.
Okay, that's a good point.
It is just, like... And, like, the fact that the feet are very clearly not connected.
Yeah, it's... Okay, I
think it's just the
didn't
same
know-
animation, but they cut off half of him, because...
Yeah, it is. I just didn't know that happened.
Right. Of course it would get smushed by the ceiling. Why would I expect that to not be the case? Ow.
Why do I feel like these spider guys do something if you carry them?
They might? I don't think you can grab them, though.
Ah, the Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
Oh, there's a number card that has a very short name. Weird. Number 104 Masquerade.
That's probably shorter, but that's... down there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ow.
This website has given me Armor Ninjutsu Art of Rust Mist twice. Somehow.
That feels odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scarfies are those. Peach. Grapes. Lemons. Peach. Grape. Lemon. Da 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 da. I solved
So
the
what
puzzle.
if your first association for grapes was green grapes?
That's a good point, actually.
You're gonna have a bad time.
And also that first one could just as easily have been a plum.
I mean, I guess.
The last one could be a lime.
And it could be a lemon or a lime, yeah.
Well, I mean, it can't be a lime, because if grapes are green, then it is also...
No, we're saying that, like, it's ambiguous.
Yeah, it is
No,
very
also-
ambiguous.
It's just like... Yeah, no. Oh yeah, you're supposed to know that that outline is a peach and not a plum.
Somehow it is funny to me that there is a Yu-Gi-Oh card that is simply called Wetlands, and it shows a picture of wetlands, and that's it.
That is pretty
Yep.
good.
That is a very MTG sort of card.
Yeah, that's just a land card.
Oh dear! Don't want to get
The
crushed by
old
these
school
bookshelves.
spells were a bit like that, yeah.
And here's the...
The Big March of Animals is a good name for one, too.
And here is everybody's favorite part of the mall, the giant
Everyone has a lot of
aquarium.
favorite things, is what I'm learning today.
Yes, giant aquarium. Normal thing to have in a mall.
Some malls, probably.
Probably, actually, yeah.
It's
I
for
mean-
fresh seafood.
I expect you to find at least one actual mall that has an aquarium.
Ow!
Probably two.
Why is there a Yu-Gi-Oh card called
Ah!
Penalty Game that has Dr. Doom on it?
Because the penalty game is what the Shadow Realm in the dub is. It just is.
That doesn't explain the Doctor Doom, though.
I don't remember what this card looks like. Otherwise, I would be
It
able
would
to.
look like Doctor Doom, but in gold.
Yeah, and he's pointing. He is large and he is pointing.
I have no idea. Then I'm sorry. Ow!
The
Spark-
penalty game is such a funny thing.
Sparks
Like,
is
it-
such a bad power.
The penalty game in Yu-Gi-Oh, like in the very early Yu-Gi-Oh, basically whoever lost a game between Yugi and every challenge, like the evil Yugi, basically got some sort of curse put on them. And
Karmic.
sometimes the curse was something like their vision is forever pixelated,
Karmic
or it's
punishment.
something like you die.
Yeah. Sometimes the karmic punishment is a cruel, ironic fate, and sometimes the karmic punishment is I kill you, and that's the
I have
end.
now witnessed Virgil, Rockstar of the Burning Abyss.
Yeah, the ones
There's
that
a
are
lot of
the
there's
burn-
a lot of cards in Yu-Gi-Oh.
the Burning
Did you know
Abyss.
this?
The Burning Abyss are all based on Dante's Inferno and Paradiso and the other one that I always forget the name of. Purgatorio, right? I think I actually need electricity, so give me your electricity.
But why is Virgil a Rockstar?
Because
Good question.
May as well ask the same question of the DMC. Guys.
I can actually answer this. I'm sorry, I can. Virgil and Dante were like Dante Alighieri and Virgil. I do not remember the last name. Were like poets. So modern day poet is a rock star because they go out into public and they speak their poems to people.
guess.
It's why it is.
You can still be a poet in the modern day, though.
True, but no one wants a card that is like Virgil, the poet of the burning abyss. No, they want cool rockstar man.
Magic the Gathering would 100% make a card with the title Poet of the Burning Abyss, though.
Yeah. So, question for everybody. What room of the mall is this? Ow.
Oh, you know.
The artillery...
Oh, it's the room that you put kids in, so you don't have to...
Why did we
Look
have the
around
same
the room.
thought, Issa? I was trying to figure out how to word that. I guess so, but like, why did we both think, oh, this is the room where you put the kids?
It is a play
When there's
place.
cannons shooting at people.
Well, Kirby has gotten through.
Look,
Well, no. See, the cannons are the kids.
Ah, heck.
Oh.
that's adorable. Okay.
Chatso Jr.
And now it is time
I mean,
for
you put
factory.
half a dozen kids in a room full of rainbow-colored pillows, and some of them will be throwing the pillows.
Absolutely. It is time for
Extinction on Schedule is a good card name also.
Oh, that reminds me. They've recently announced support for an old dinosaur archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh.
And the new game plan for that deck is now drop a meteor on them.
And
then if
that
that
seems
didn't
like
work,
the
drop
opposite of
another
supporting
meteor on them.
dinosaurs.
And then if that didn't work, drop a third meteor on them.
Wow. That's not how you support dinosaurs at all.
Like, genuinely, the game plan is now, look, sure, most of the really strong decks these days can recover from a board wipe. But what if we make you recover from 3 board wipes?
Right, we need Trill here.
Right? We're not doing all that complicated, super long combo with 15 different ways of negating all of your stuff. We're just, nope, you try to do a thing? No, I drop a rock on your head. Oh, you're still going? I drop another rock on your head.
Speaking of rocks, I need rock and needle to get this crystal shard.
Right, which is...
There's rock.
That's it. That's it. That is all of it that it is.
Now,
Right?
Is there a needle enemy around here?
It
Probably not.
is simple. It is very clear what they are trying to do, and what they are trying to do is meteor.
DDD segment.
3 times.
You make it sound like they're
Hammer versus hammer.
This particular screen is a stage in the Kirby Fighter game thing.
I
that was like,
I do remember that actually.
Is it just
It's
me,
like-
or is that an almost pointlessly slow conveyor belt?
It's actually slow enough to mess you up if you're not careful. Also,
Seems like it's barely moving.
yeah, it's barely moving, but I mean, if you're not careful, it will get you.
The bearings haven't been greased in 2,000 years.
What I had it. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. I love the music of the stage. The stage. This.
oh yeah, this is one of the best songs. This song returns in Robobot appropriately.
Yeah, and I recognized it when it happened, and I loved it because like, this
Yeah.
is one of my favorite themes. Weird.
I almost wouldn't be surprised if there were more Kirby themes that appear in multiple games than there are themes that appear in only one game.
I think
Yeah.
that's probably true.
Like, they do a lot of music reuse. Also, what's with all of these tanks with stuff in them?
I have no idea. I've wondered this.
Maybe
for my entire life.
maybe unused enemies recycled into background objects.
That hippo pig wasn't, but like that bird was definitely, and I didn't want to.
It reminds me of that one room from Subspace Emissary in Brawl.
Yeah,
where there's just like
I was thinking about that. There's one unused enemy and a tank in there.
Ow.
Still has a trophy.
Subspace
though.
Emissary had some really messed up enemies.
Yeah.
It did. I think this random Yu-Gi-Oh card generator is primarily giving me stuff from 1996 or 2020. Which is a weird set of numbers. But also I found like the lowest effort attempt at a card name to exist, maybe.
Huh?
Dice Foon, which depicts a singular die in the middle of a typhoon.
Nago, and also a regular black cat.
That cat is still wiggling
Yeah.
and making happy anime eyes at you.
It's an adorable
That's a good cat.
Very. I
I'm
completely
sure there's
forgot.
a lower effort Yu-Gi-Oh card name somewhere.
I completely forgot that you could also get this girl as a result. She is less
Choo-choo.
useful. Choo-choo, right. She is less useful than Rick.
Yeah.
I did forget that. Kind. Two. Choo-choo. I need pitch, please. Or Rick. Rick would have worked, and I accidentally pressed off of him.
The effect on this Dice Foon card is also pretty funny.
I found one that will probably
Prototype
just be...
Kiki! Prototype
Hey.
Kiki.
Interesting.
I've thought of one that I think will be sufficiently nonsense for a reaction from the person here who does not know Yu-Gi-Oh!
I needed
Okay.
the lightsaber.
Oh no.
Linear equation cannon.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty good. I like that actually. That's like, it's less nonsense and more like a funny math pun, I guess.
Well, read the thing.
Wait, okay. Let me look it up.
It makes you do high school math
Oh no.
Evil.
in the middle of the game.
Evil.
During the battle phase, declare a whole number from 1 to 6. Choose one effect monster your opponent controls. Multiply the effect monster's level X the declared number. Then add the number of your cards your opponent controls and check if the result equals the number of cards in your GY?
Graveyard.
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 Cards are wordy enough in Yu-Gi-Oh! That they have to abbreviate graveyard.
I feel like they could get away with printing graveyard. There's space on the card.
Yeah, but they standardized on reducing it a while ago.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
If yes, send cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard up to the declared number, and if you do, shuffle cards your opponent controls into the deck up to the number sent to the graveyard. If no, you lose life points equal to the declared number times 500. Why is there a math cannon?
There are 2 math cannons.
Why?
Calling the graveyard to the GY is very Jaden Yuki.
Yeah.
To a degree.
No, his name is spelled with a J, not a G.
Do you think there is a rap song that refers to a graveyard by GY?
Maybe. Uh-oh.
Isa exploded. She went to the GY, I guess.
Oh no!
There she is.
Yeah.
Isa's returned from the GY.
I can special summon myself from the GY at the end of the turn.
This is
That's
true.
that's powerful.
That's Stardust Dragon, I think.
I mean, that's a lot of things.
No,
oh,
Stardust Dragon Spanish, I think.
oh, I can't go back because this platform, this device is going to chase me.
There's a handful of 1996 cards that have level 3 in the name specifically. Is there a reason
Yeah.
for this?
There are some that
there's-
can have a level up mechanic.
Basically, there's like different versions. There's going to be ones with higher level numbers, and generally the mechanic is there is some way to transform them into their higher level ones.
I guess that makes sense.
Uh-oh.
Generally,
Uh-oh.
only
Uh-oh.
encountered
Uh-oh.
level
Uh-oh.
three.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Kirby, die!
Oh.
Yeah, this random card generation website has a very limited number of cards, actually.
I got the thing that I needed though, so I'm good. I got the crystal shard. I assume those save if you die.
I think so.
The fact that most of the enemies in this segment are cutter enemies when I needed lightning cutter to get the second shard is very trolly. Ow. Stupid Monty Mole. Oh, what the god? Help! Ah! Forgot that there was a second one. Forgot about the special surprise.
I think there should be a joke version of Exodia that's divided into more parts than usual. Like left pinky of the forbidden one or whatever.
That would be goofy. Levels just kind of end in Crystal Shards. I forgot that.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's
I
time
don't
to
think
fight.
a factory is a good place for a picnic.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I
Anyway,
don't know what random card thing you found, but there might be other ones that are
cool robot time.
That is a cool.
this
robot.
one might be better at giving a range of randomness. I don't know.
At the
Try
very
to guess
least, you
which
could go to
card
the
he's
wiki
got.
and
Ow.
hit the random page button.
That's true too.
I mean, whether you actually care about guessing or not, at least it's it's 2 random cards from
Yeah.
presumably whatever cards people are selling singles of on eBay.
Why do
Yeah,
your
I just-
bombs not give power, you bastard.
I just googled random Yu-Gi-Oh card and got randomgenerate.io, and so it doesn't have a very high range, but yeah, this one might be better.
Ow. This is such a rude boss.
Morpheus,
the
the
same
Dream Mirror
website
Black.
also has a Wordle-based thing.
Oh no.
Where it gives where you guess cards and it tells you like, okay, you got the card you guessed compared to today's card, you got the level right. That kind of thing.
Of course, that's fun.
But you need to have any actual basis of guessing cards.
What if I guess a card that doesn't have a level?
I mean, that is a thing you can do.
Time for me to do an entire stream of Yu-Gi-Oh! Higher or lower when I have no knowledge of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Could be fun.
Hey, I have 2 out of 2 right so far.
I mean, it might not be fun, but it might be fun.
I think it'd be fun for me to see and react to Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. Just more, honestly.
Ow. I don't remember how to not get hit by this guy.
Robin, if you're gonna do that, you need to make a point reward where...
I completely forgot that this robot was in the game.
Okay, you can duck to avoid those attacks, but otherwise you can't hit him though. So,
I saw someone make, I think they 3D printed a transforming model of this guy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I forget the name of this robot.
Oh no, I got one wrong. Sorry, this has become the Tell Robin About Yu-Gi-Oh! Stream, I guess.
Quite alright.
But yeah, Robin,
if you want to learn, I can try and probably fail to teach. It's an unnecessarily complicated game.
I don't know how much I want to learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! But I like learning about what cards exist.
I feel like it would not be fun for you.
Ow, okay.
Probably not.
Hello, Samantha. Yes, we are playing Kirby and talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Because...
Yeah, I'm learning about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Sometimes.
How did we get on that topic?
I brought it up about Yuki's friends being bullies.
Ah, no! Stop! Let go of me! Bad robot! Rude!
So I have to make some kind of point redeem about Yu-Gi-Oh!
The transforming robot boss in Smash Bros. Brawl instead of the completely original whatever robot that they did.
Good, yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Right, because like this is basically that.
It is now time for 2D. The boss is now infinitely easier.
Because he just sort of stands there.
Yeah, pretty much.
What kind of point redeem do I need to make, though?
What you need to do is you need to make a point redeem where someone can redeem points and then it like puts the thing up on the screen, or like has a voice say, "Xyz is pronounced Xyz."
Gah!
Hey, did you know that Silverstar looks like Earth?
Yes. Make it a bit on Robin's stream that's entirely references to this stream on a different channel.
Good.
I was taking a drink!
Actually, no, Samantha arrived too late to get it.
Anyway, it's time to go to...
I would get it.
To the heart planet that's covered in darkness. Kirby fall into snow.
Razier, as far as that guessing thing, a lot of those are kind of...
That is incredible, Samantha. I did forget that boss has an
pick
array.
codes that are absolutely not as unambiguous as they're saying for whether it's good or not.
Hey, remember a thing I said about Kirby where it loves to redo things that it's already done?
Mm-hmm.
It's time for stage 1 again, except the enemies are different.
Yeah.
You know that effect on Ripple Star? That's what the UK looks like.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Have we seen Lightning Spark? Oh wait, no, we have. I mean, Lightning Needle.
Yeah.
I think
Did you see Electric Fire?
We did.
Spark Fire.
We have seen that. I
just learned about Spider, which is a pretty
Have
good
you
card
seen
name
Electro?
Electro?
So Spark. Have you seen Spark?
I'm not sure what you're saying. He's a...
The spark ability.
Oh, yeah, we have.
Okay.
Fancy robot house. With a chainsaw in it. Ow. Destroyed. Yeah, the stage progression in Ripple Star is pretty good.
Yeah. I'm not good at Yu-Gi-Oh! Higher or lower, it turns out.
I mean, trying to guess the relative value of random cards being sold on eBay
Yeah.
for a game you don't know, and also the prices are going to be wildly volatile and
Yeah.
possibly depend on when any given card sold. If
Yeah.
any of those are, past sales records and not current prices.
Right, this is Needle
Also, you have to
Bomb.
account for money laundering.
I feel like there's probably easier ways to do money laundering than selling single Yu-Gi-Oh cards on eBay.
Probably?
Oh, hey, that one's worth $22. Wow.
What?
Sanctity of Dragon.
I would have expected a card that goes for $22 to be something that I get lightly heard of.
Oh, is there really no Needle in this area? Wait, no, there was Needle over here. No, there's not Needle over here. God damn it.
Okay. This is something that existed entirely as prizes for winning the World Championships in 2017.
I'd expect it to be worth more than.
It exists exclusively as a collector's item.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I could. Let's see. Trivia. What was this the
Unless
prize
that
for?
is-
This was the prize for. This and another that released along with it have a theme that is apparently supposed to be English, which I guess because it's a Western dragon and the other one is a knight or something.
Not
The
okay.
championship in question was in Tokyo.
Huh.
They had intended to hold Worlds that year in London, apparently, but then
Yeah.
they didn't.
Huh. Also, that is a good point, Samantha. It does establish Ribbon and Kirby as equals in the fight against dark matter and puts you off balance for the rest of the stages. That is actually quite true. I like that about this.
Yeah.
Hi.
I feel like
Hee hee.
naming a Yu-Gi-Oh creature Odd Eyes Phantom Dragon is cheating. Like, you got
Hee hee
blue eyes,
again.
you got red eyes, you got weird eyes, I guess.
Yeah,
Also,
no, they keep going with the hyphen eyes dragons.
makes sense.
Weird heart sewer. I also forget if that is a destructible or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, the main character of Yugioh.
Time for the spooky zone.
Yep.
Can't remember what it was called. Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, that's it. The main character's ace monster is Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon,
Yeah.
because he invented pendulum summoning. One day he was just like doing a card duel, and then he was like, what if I just do this completely random thing with my cards? And he did, and then it summoned a bunch of monsters and he won. And everyone was like, the heck?
Yeah, no, he had a magic necklace, and the magic necklace was magic because it added new rules to a card game.
That is, I need all of you who don't know, and Qwerty is probably the only one who maybe does. I think Yiza probably knows as well. That's the least weird thing about Arc 5, okay? It expands from there. Time for DDD to save the day again.
Do you think maybe we should
It's-
talk about Kirby instead of Yu-Gi-Oh?
Maybe. That might be a good idea.
Did you know that Shiver Star is Earth?
That's not even the only time in the anime the protagonist opens the series by changing the rules of the card game in the middle of the game.
Wait, Qwerty, I've just realised. The start of the anime starts by the protagonist changing the rules of the card name. Is something they've done twice. They also did that for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duel series, where the main character is a kid who doesn't like Yu-Gi-Oh, so he changes the rules.
I also
And then
that
everyone
one,
has to
instead of
deal
a
with
magic necklace doing it, it's hacking skills or something.
I also very much agree.
But then
with
after,
Samantha
but the thing is, like, when the necklace does it, it's pretty much just him who does that, and it's like the weird thing he does is he plays these cards that only exist because magic necklace. And to be fair, everyone else also has a weird deck that only they play in the entire series, so that's not that out of the question.
I
think it turns out at the end that there's a reason beyond Magic Necklace, but that's getting into spoilers that are just increasingly nonsense. So,
I also really like
in the Rush one. It's like, okay, this kid hacks at things mid-game, changes the rules of the game, and then everyone else just says, you know what, actually? No, I like these new rules you've come up with. Let's go with that.
Anyway, Kirby.
No, screw Kirby. No one likes Kirby anymore.
No!
This is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Stream.
Everyone likes Kirby.
Oh, I need Cutter. God damn it.
Okay, so in classic Yu-Gi-Oh, the card game was invented by Maximilian Pegasus, who plagiarized the Egyptians.
Yes.
But the reason why when you get to the anime, the rules basically change when you get to the Battle City arc is because Seto Kaiba completely changed the rules of the Yu-Gi-Oh card game, and the rules that we use now are basically just the ones he invented but expanded on.
Yeah.
And the thing is that Seto's whole deal is he's got the blue eyes white dragons and he's the only one who has them, and they're the strongest monster. Used to be you could just summon them straight to the field without paying a tribute.
Yes.
He changed the rules so that they require 2 tributes, meaning that he nerfed his best card to the ground.
Yes. I also agree, Samantha, that DDD rushing the little bits of rubble away with his hammer is incredible. That's very good, and I love that.
That happened like an hour ago, I think.
Not quite. Oh, it's time for Freeform
The best
Jazz.
song!
Freeform Jazz!
Song in Kirby 64. Yes. This also comes back at some point.
Yes.
I think this website, this higher or lower thing, doesn't have any cards past 2020.
Also, it's
Maybe
time
people
for...
aren't selling those on eBay.
Also, it's time for the enemy gauntlet, because it's not Kirby if you don't fight every enemy in the game in sequence.
I feel like most Kirby games don't do that.
Most Kirby games do, actually, I think. Like
there's some kind of mini-boss gauntlet a lot of the time.
Yeah, like Dreamland 3 has a mini-boss gauntlet.
Not random enemy that dies in one hit gauntlets.
Yeah,
I don't think the enemy gauntlet is too common.
Okay, to clarify, the mini-boss gauntlet usually has all the enemies that are basic between the bosses. Is in my experience, anyway.
2 more random card names that I found that I want to mention. One is illegal.
No, we're done with that.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You can say it. You can say
One
words.
is called Santa Claus, like claws like an animal has.
I do like
and that's
that
illegal.
one.
There's also Keyman the Key Warrior, which is funny to me.
Curling.
That's it.
I do love this music.
Yeah, this music is great. Also, you better remember the exact random combination of abilities you need to extract from all of these enemies for one of the shards in this level.
Well, I don't.
Neither do I. Actually, I think I do. I think it's the arrow.
I
think it's
actually
which is
took the arrow and then dropped it.
Fire Needle, I think that is.
Oh, wait, this curling stone can go up a staircase.
That's
definitely how sliding something along the ground works.
It looks really goofy too.
I've never done this before. This is Kirby. What are you doing?
Cheating at curling.
Kirby,
His
no.
best.
Yeah, that's true. Get out of this.
Like you say, turn into a curling stone and go up these stairs. And
yeah,
he's
there.
doing what he can.
Ah, the bullseye. I see it.
Yeah.
I grabbed fire and needle.
Maybe needle is in this room.
It
Yeah,
is.
it is. This is actually a very polite one. You just have to realize that the bullseye is telling you to use an ability.
Yeah.
Which extremely doesn't look like.
I cannot try to sing along with free jazz.
Yeah, this is a little
Yeah.
too quick to do.
You gotta like you could only sing this sort of song if you're like Scatman John or something.
Yeah. Although one of the lyrics,
Scatman John.
one of
I think these songs are funny.
One of
and
the-
also I was thinking about Splatman instead.
one of the lyrics of his songs is "If I can do it, you can too."
That's true.
Yeah, with enough work.
Well, yeah, but that's the yes.
With a lot of work.
The reason his entire musical styling exists is because he has a stutter, so he made this to take advantage of that, which I think is
He
super
came up with a
cool.
way of singing where you couldn't tell if he was stuttering on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
and he says
but
as much.
What if you're just tone deaf and have no rhythm?
You can still live your best life.
Yeah.
The music is in your
Also-
soul.
What if I'm a zombie as well?
Well, I'm a ghost and I can live my best life.
That's allowed.
How?
That's allowed.
Because I cheat and I change the definition of language.
Dang, you're powerful.
Gordon,
Also, as
and
for
you do
what
the
is with me and Scatman John, I both actually genuinely like the music, and also that's just part of my brain now because I made a Splatoon joke about it.
His
You
music
just mentioned him a lot recently, it's funny.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I forgot that when Kirby's on one life, he looks so tired.
So, as far as like
Ah,
difficulty of
If
telling
you just
whether
stood there while it descended.
I thought I would be able to hit him.
It was moving very slowly.
Yeah,
as
there's.
far as like I found that for some reason I was able to generally intuit like where I needed to use abilities, or maybe I just remember them because I played Kirby 64 enough. But I'm realizing now, like looking at this as a viewer, that there are a lot of things that you like use the color palettes of abilities. Like you could probably trick someone into believing that the ceiling in the room we were just in required spark rock.
Or like the sequence of colors on the wall here.
Yeah. Also, is the
Right? That
giant
could be pulling the chrono.
is the giant orb of darkness good?
Yeah, that's normal for Kirby. Like, it really legitimately is pretty normal for Kirby.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not good, but it's normal.
Heck yeah, got another card.
Yeah!
It's time for the final boss.
You know, it occurs to...
I love
I
this
never
boss.
really... I love this boss too. I never really thought about how this boss being just suddenly here with no fanfare or cutscenes or anything due to the game's structure is kind of, like, wild. Like, you're
In-
just suddenly here.
I
Yeah.
mean, none of the bosses have a lead up, right?
Ouch.
It's just sort of.
None of them do.
Yeah, but-
None of them do.
That's true, but, like, this one feels more sudden in some ways.
Yeah. I guess the darkness that was whoa! Ow, I got combo.
This is also one of the best songs in the game, though.
Agreed. Spikety.
This? Not.
Oh, they're both... I'm guessing what you're thinking, and they're both one of the best songs.
Now
There could be multiple
I mean, I'm
ones
not sure
best.
which one I was thinking. I just don't think much of this boss theme.
Oh, well, we can have different opinions too, that's fine. I just like this
Reasonable.
boss theme. The true final boss theme, let's say, is also really good.
you know what's really cool?
Spoilers.
I've never actually beaten the game 100%.
Really?
Yeah. I could never do it as a kid.
What? Oh, this is bomb.
Yes.
Samantha has a good point. This is at least like... This is the planet dark matter took over, so there's a weird orb in a darkness dimension, and that seems reasonable, actually, in
Yeah.
context.
Yeah, like. Does it seem weird that in the very first world there was a whole bunch of, oh yeah, dark matter is here too and messing things up for you, and then I don't think it ever actually shows up again until the end.
Well, yeah,
does it?
that's because the miracle matter over here, it sent those 3 guys to go follow Ribbon.
That does actually make sense, kind of.
And then we killed them, so it's fine.
I think some of the regular enemies in the game might be like small particles of dark matter or something in lore, but they don't show up that often beyond the first world either.
Yeah.
Like the little like dark gray spheres with little ears
The
or
Z's,
whatever they are.
their name is Z. I
Yeah.
remember that.
I think those are dark matter related, maybe.
I think they are. I think they are as well.
This boss is really cool.
Really
I still
cool.
think
Very
this is
difficult.
I like how the Spark one does bouncing lasers and doesn't restrict itself exclusively to 45-degree angles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
a
pretty
lot
cool.
of games with a bouncy laser thing. No, it bounces. It is cardinal directions, and then it bounces off a 45-degree angle, and bounces in the other cardinal directions.
One thing I really like about this boss is just how versatile your ability to fight it is. You can use the ability, you can absorb the abilities, you can just shoot them out as a projectile, you can even mix the abilities if you want.
Thank you for telling me that, Yuza. I did not know that.
No? Well, you know it now.
Ow, I
Yeah,
died.
specifically where they're
No.
glancing off the edges of the sphere, and they just sort of bounce wherever.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry. Back to Yu-Gi-Oh for 1 second.
that's fine.
Because, like, I was also sharing random cards that I found elsewhere, and like just looking at one that I posted because it was kind of it was like a cute design. Golvag of the Nordic Ascendant. I just noticed that on the card there are 8 directional arrows with one of them highlighted like it's Tetramaster, and now I'm dying inside.
Those are Link
That's a
monsters.
Link monster.
Oh yeah, no, that there is a whole set of things that, like, there is a whole category of cards that they just introduce the idea that the cards point at things and that matters.
God.
Honestly, it's not as unreasonable as pendulums.
It's probably not as unreasonable as Tetramaster, either.
Don't know that one.
Tetramaster being the card game minigame that is in Final Fantasy IX.
We went over it once before.
Maybe, but I forget.
Entirely fair.
It's not something that's easy to remember. It's do you know of Triple Triad from 8 and 14?
Vaguely, I think.
It's kind of like Triple Triad, but it has like randomness that it doesn't really explain and more complicated mechanics. And every card has labels on it that say like AQ67 or whatever, and you're supposed to know what that means.
Hey, Zodi, if you're having trouble, you can just, like, hold out until, Ice and Shock come along and then use them to create Refrigerator.
Thought he was dead.
That's true.
I could do that. That is an option that is available
Sure,
to
yeah,
me.
if you wait until one of those comes along, and then don't attack it at all until the other one comes along. Like, that's not actually easy. That involves quite a lot of taking no damage at all.
Yeah, but this... If you
And
actually...
just, you know, oh, you're having trouble fighting this without dying of damage. Solution, wait until the right 2 random things come up.
I am playing
In
very
the
risky, to be
secret,
fair.
Qwerty, if you defeat an element, it stays gone, so if you just, like, save Ice and Shock,
Ow.
then you'll have more opportunities later on in the fight to heal.
Defeating an element is damage to it. How many times do you need to hit it to do that?
Depends on the element, because Cutter dies in 3, I guess.
Like, I think Rock just died.
No, Rock
If
is still
you-
alive.
No. I think they may all have the same number of hits, but if you absorb 2 things, then it becomes a stronger hit that does double damage.
Yeah.
If you fuse an ability, then that also does double damage.
Yeah, okay, now Rock is dead.
So
Okay,
then
yeah, it
when
does
one
the
of them,
explosion. Got it.
so then when this one's about to end, hold on to the last power thing for it to fuse to hit the next one harder, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that works.
Also, what Samantha said about, like, some of these are, like, kind of alien interpretations of Kirby powers is a fun, like, thought.
Yeah, I quite like that.
Yeah, that sort of ties in a bit to what I was saying before about the problem with doing a fusion thing.
Ah, God, I'm stupid.
Right? Because if you're doing combined pairs of powers, then a fairly small number of base powers makes a very large number of combinations, except that you further locked yourself in that, we have 7 base powers. One of them is fire. So we need to come up with 7 more powers that are fire somehow.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right? One of our base powers is cutter. So another 7 of our power list have to be somehow cutter-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And like that can be done. Clearly, they did it in this game. But just as clearly, there are they run out of ideas.
Ow, ow, ow,
and
stop
some of them
comboing me!
are neither interesting nor particularly good.
Mm-hmm. Here's another fun fact about Miracle Matter. Some of the moves that this boss does are referenced in Star Allies by the true final boss of Star Allies.
Yeah.
Which is
Specific.
yet another instance of Zero.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
And also
Star
maybe
Allies
some
isn't
sort of
Zero.
Kirby.
Yeah.
It's some sort of Zero and Kirby-like entity.
Yeah.
It's somewhat ambiguous, but also lore implications are there.
Yeah. Star Allies, more than most Kirby's, and I guess this last few, right, the current team, really feels like this is made by people who have been fans for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? This is a game made by the people who were, 5-10 years ago, making the ridiculous YouTube comments about how crazy strong Zero is. And how awesome it is that blood.
And how Shiver Star's Earth?
Yeah.
Yes,
exactly.
ow, ow.
Star Allies, I'm not sure what people think of it these days, but there was some critical reception of it when it was new, and I think it's kind of underrated.
People felt it didn't have enough content, and I'm sorry, you're dumb. And then the DLC fixed that.
Okay, there's a difference between... You could easily argue that, like, it has a lot of content asterisk, is, I think, how I would describe it.
Yeah.
Because, like, a lot of it is the same content, but a little bit different. Like, helper mode with every character.
That wasn't even there until the DLC, was it?
Yeah.
No, it
No,
was.
Helper mode was, I'm pretty sure.
The DLC characters had somewhat
helper
notably
modes.
different helper modes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, the thing I'd say about Star Allies is I think the base game, perfectly good. My criticism with it not having enough content is specifically regarding the DLC, because the characters are all fucking fantastic. But aside from the Star Ally mode, which takes like 40 minutes, everything else is just repeat content. And you've kind of already done everything in the game at that point, so there's less opportunity to use these really cool characters that they put in the game. And I just thought that was the case.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
like, I get that. That's an argument that
would-
makes sense. Miracle Matters
I
then.
would... Yay! And yeah, Star Allies Vizier is the one that has all the characters,
Yeah.
basically. I would personally put it near the top of my list, but I understand that it has some flaws.
I understand its flaws. I just also look at it and it's like, this is the exact same length as any other Kirby game. I don't know why this one is the one people got mad at. Anyway, we did it! We saved the day! Hooray!
Everything is fine and nothing is bad.
Yeah. Everybody's getting into their starship to go home.
Also, admittedly, a lot of why I like Star Allies is A, I'm a sucker for like Kirby referencing itself in music and content.
Yeah.
And like B, I'm also a sucker for playing as the helper characters as a concept.
Entirely fine. Also, yeah, I do love Queen Fairy's glasses. But it's also, oh no! Oh no! Deviousness! So here's the question. Here's the question for all of you fine folk in call with me right now.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
We're almost we were almost at the time when I would stop if I was streaming normally. Should I continue and get all of the crystal shards that I'm missing and then just beat the game?
I think getting the rest of the shards you're missing and then completing the game is a second stream.
No, that makes sense.
You're playing half the levels again.
Yeah, you missed a fair number of them because you didn't like repeat the levels as you went and missed stuff. So there's not a small number missing.
Fair point.
Yeah.
And honestly, the only reason I'm still here is because I saw the end in sight. I ran out of stamina like an hour ago.
Entirely fair. I'm sorry. Thank you all for joining.
Nothing to be sorry about. I chose to stay on. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Shoutouts to Masahiro Sakurai for voicing King DDD.
Right, he does voice DDD in the very few voice lines that DDD has in this.
He voices DDD in a lot of the games.
That's true. He voices him in Smash Brothers.
Yup.
We're not done. We're not going away just yet, Brazier. We have to wait until the end of the credits.
We should at least look at the card menu and see what cards you got to.
Yeah.
I like the card menu.
I also like the card menu.
Yeah,
hey, who's that eyeball? Hey, who's that?
Who is that?
Who the heck is that?
That's such a smiley face, though, so it's probably fine.
Who's these shapes?
So many shapes. Yeah, we are going to be ending soon, but we have some more stuff to look at. Speaking of shapes, there's the N64. I love how they're all randomized on where they're looking every time you load the game. 80%'s not bad for your first run without doing anything else. Yeah, let's look
I
at...
love the music here.
Same. NZ.
Here they are, NZ.
Right. And then Rocky. Classic.
I love how they're all like wiggling to the music a little
Same.
bit.
Kani, which is...
Some of them aren't
close
exactly on rhythm.
to
I think they're mostly just doing their standard animation.
Yeah,
And
it just happens
in some
to line
cases,
up.
that happens to line up sort of ish.
Snipper, an antlion. Drop. Our good friend Gulix from Pikmin. Maw. Annoying. Bernie. No, Burnus.
Burnus.
Bernie is Fire Emblem.
Maybe I'll play Three Houses someday.
Maybe I will. Here is Plug.
Plug! Shoutouts to Plug, who gets finally brought back in Star Allies, speaking of. And I was like, holy crap, it's Plug! And then the audience cheers, and like there's applause everywhere, and everyone loves it.
Incredible. I love Plug.
Plug is great.
Then there is Cha-Cha. That's a creature that exists. Bumber.
Hashtag Plug Sweep.
Here's Bumber, because umbrellas are sometimes called bumber shoots because
They
English
sure
is
are.
not a real language.
It isn't.
And Putt.
Putt.
Just a little guy.
Putt is going to go to the moon and save the circus or whatever.
The zoo, I think it was.
Yeah, and here we have the Dark Shadow.
Question
Farewell?
marks.
As a kid, this fucking mystified me. Because I
What?
was... Like,
Wait, was
what did-
Bumber number 64? I didn't notice.
Oh
that.
yeah, it is. But yeah, no, like I as a kid, I did not understand how to get the real ending. So this mystified me. I did not understand what I was not doing right.
My brain just connected a bunch of dots into Buck Bumber. I just want you to know that. Time to stream Buck Bumble.
Has anyone ever played Buck Bumble, or have they
Yes, and it's
only just
bad.
loaded up the title screen?
I have played it, and it's not a good game.
Why are some of these sound effects not real? Oh wait, no, there it is.
They're like quieter ambient. Probably. I think I have a GIF of this headphones Kirby somewhere.
Adorable.
Kirby won.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot that you could change the displays.
Oh yeah.
You can have
What
normal.
change? Oh, the health bar
The
thing
HUD,
at the bottom.
the HUD at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, there's normal checkerboard with eggs. There's crosses and there's crosses and knots. There's
Gambling?
let's go gambling.
Is that that looks like a poker chip a little bit.
Yeah.
I can't stop winning.
And this is Dreamland 3. Just do Dreamland 3 again.
Kinda, yeah.
And then Cyber Digital Kirby. Directly to your cortex.
I miss the phrase "directly to you" for Nintendo Directs.
Same.
A little bit.
God. We'll check out
Also, I
minigames
suddenly
next time.
remembered. Do you remember that one time when there was an elaborate rumor about like a futuristic Zelda game?
Go
with a
into the
motorcycle or
soundtrack
whatever?
again. I just checked. I've got the original soundtrack for Kirby and the Crystal Shards here,
Yeah.
and there's two things here that I swear are not in the game, and I wonder if they're in the soundtrack or if they were only on a CD release or something.
Okay. What songs did I go to?
Unfortunately, you've just got them numbered, not named, and I don't have these numbered, only named. So,
Well,
oh wait, no, I do have them numbered. 60. What's it, how high does the music
62.
count go?
62.
Okay. Well, these are 63 and 64, so
They must be like bonus tracks for the soundtrack.
so they were probably only on the CD then.
Interesting.
Probably. But yeah,
They are club mix in the field and club mix the bosses.
Yeah, those are absolutely
incredible.
bonus
Okay,
tracks
let's see
by
if
the
there,
sound of it.
let's see if there's
Oh
anybody.
no, I mean absolutely they're bonus tracks, but this game has a sound check. They could have put the bonus tracks in the game.
They could have. Let's see if there's anybody streaming.
They could have.
You know what? Ty Tuesday is playing Kirby Pinball.
And he hates it.
You know what? No, then no. Let's not do that. Is anybody else streaming about that I even remotely
Looks like
care?
Karma's streaming.
She just now came online.
Okay, I'm gonna throw all of you at Karma, who is playing UFO 50, which is like a video game version of those 50 game packs, except instead of half of them being
It's
Mario.
the latest trend. Everybody is playing it.
Except instead of half of the
Yeah,
games
it's-
being Mario 1, but a bad sprite edit of Grandpa, it's this. Anyway, I'm gonna raid all of you over to her. Say hi. Say hi and say Kirby. Actually, no, just say hi.
Everyone.
Just say hi because that's what Kirby does. Kirby says hi.
Kirby does say hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, I have pushed the button. So
Bye.
theoretically, the stream has now stopped. And I have hit the stop